I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
All right. So you want to hear some weird, funny stuff that will make you go, "Wow!" This is starting the episode.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody.
Okay. All right. We'll start off with some goss. Did you hear what happened with hey, remember May, aka Digibro?
Oh no, no.
You're not ready for this.
I'm probably not ready for it, but sure.
It's about as bad. It's as bad as you can get without incarceration.
Okay.
Without like people are in jail over this. I mean the word on that is that Ethan has been tweeting that May, aka Amanda Lynn Morris, has only about 1 week after they got married at Ralphamenia. This is true. Every word is true. A week. Oh well, there was a whole situation where like her dad didn't want them to get married, didn't like Ralph, and like stole the championship belt that was going to be the prize. You don't know any of this?
Of course not. Why would I keep tabs on something so stupid?
Genuinely, I thought I might have mentioned. I
haven't heard. First of all, I hadn't heard that she got married.
You hadn't heard about Ralphamenia?
No. Okay, start with that briefly, because that sounds funny. Is that like a wrestling match and a wedding combined? Is that what I think it sounds like?
I think so. Honestly, I don't know exactly what it entails.
I know you may now pile driver the bride.
Oh, I mean, given Ralph's proclivities, yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know exactly what Ralphamania entails, but I know that there was. Well, they had planned to get married a couple months ago, I think, at a like bowling alley. There was some like bowling alley event, and they were gonna get married, and then Ralph got like punched or he got beat up. And he's like
he does.
Like he does, and he was like bruised enough that they canceled the wedding, and they were like, "We'll do this later."
What a life!
I know. So that happened, and then I don't exactly know the details, but some shit went down, and Ethan or Amanda's family did not like Ralph, and they were like, "Don't marry him." And she was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna marry him." And Ralph was like, "Fuck you, your daughters are gonna marry me." and Amanda's dad, I think they left some stuff in Amanda's dad's house, and Amanda's dad like got rid of it or did something with it. And this included the championship belt that was to be awarded at Ralphamania. And so Amanda's dad stole this belt, and this was a big point of contention. He's the champion now. He's the champion, bitch! What are you gonna do about it? So that's the backstory. But they did get married literally like a week ago. And now, as of yesterday, Ethan is tweeting, they were in New York or something, and Amanda has taken their kid and fled, and has disappeared, has kidnapped their child, and has disappeared into New York City or something. Yeah. And is missing.
What?
I don't know.
What information is there on this? Is it just the tweets?
Just what Ethan said is like, she's taken our kid, she's gone, I have no wife, only a whore. Stuff like that. Insults to her family, suggestions that he fucked her sister, which is, I would say, is probably not true. It's probably just he's saying stuff because he does that. But yeah.
So they got married.
Yeah.
Amanda and May was all about it, and then ran away. Yeah. Well, did she need the marriage for something? What?
You think it was like a prenup, marriage scheme? Like, haha, now we're gonna get divorced and take half.
I don't think she's smart enough for that. That's why I'm confused. Like, what on earth could be the reason? Maybe how could you go so far with Ethan Ralph and then run away. You would run away immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it's like, I mean, the fact that this is immediately after they get married makes it like so much more of a hassle. Like now you have to get, if you leave, now you have to go through the whole legal process of getting the marriage annulled. Divorced, as they call it these days. And I feel like that's bad, but I don't know, maybe she did it to get a freaking child support. Maybe the whole thing was just a big child support scheme. Or maybe at some point it became, you know what? I mean, maybe I'm giving her too much credit, but maybe she thought that if she went through with the marriage, she could get a better, alimony settlement, right? If they divorce because they have their kid, which would honestly be pretty smart, sort of.
How do we know she ran away? What if she was kidnapped? What if this is like a movie?
Ethan said they had an argument or something.
Okay. That makes it sound like that. Alright, now I'm thinking Ethan was waiting for the marriage, and then that's where he truly spews his bile.
Showed his true colors.
He showed his true colors, like, now that you're married to me, I can do whatever I want. Like, I don't know. Like,
perhaps.
Like, what? But then he's like so barefacedly awful.
Yeah, right.
Like, why would you... I don't even know what they could argued about. Maybe Ethan Ralph was going too left-wing.
It's like, he like sees on like a magazine cover, he sees like Alexander Ocasio-Cortez, and he's just like, it's like, were you looking at her again? Keep your eyes off her, Buster.
Oh.
So
well, that's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. That's the honestly first smart thing Amanda's done, possibly ever.
Yeah, I guess.
Aside from leaving Trixie, but I mean that kind of goes hand in hand with getting with Ethan Ralph. So it's I'm not sure if I would say it was a net positive. Probably not, honestly. But alimony, though, that sweet alimony. Maybe
it's just so like outrageous.
It is outrageous. I know. I saw this. It was Michelle. Michelle DM'd me to be like, look at these screenshots. It's like, oh my god.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm glad for the update. That was amusing.
Michelle's my man on the inside. Whenever there's hot goss, Michelle is like, yo, check it out. Oh fuck. Ah shit. I guess that's all I could say about that. I'm only 7 minutes in. Welcome everyone to the Pro Crastinators podcast.
Pro Crastinators podcast.
That was the intro. Okay. I have a couple things to say.
Mm-hmm.
One, the project that we discussed last week.
Yes.
Other than the like cover art mock-ups that I showed you, I did a little like speculative cover design. Other than that, I have not done anything on it. And
that's okay.
I have reasons. My reasons for that partially include that I spent a considerable amount of this week trying to get the RSS feed.
Yeah,
updated.
I saw it. It was a bitch.
Man, yeah. Did you see what I said? All right.
I don't really understand what what it requires or what's broken, but it sounded like it was hell and way more complicated than it needed to be.
It was hard for me the first time, like when Tom explained how it worked. It was tough for me to get to grips with it just because there's a lot of steps involved. I had to log into a bunch of websites I'd never logged into before, and I had to, do all this stuff. But I figured it out, and that was a couple months ago. And then I try to get in there today, and I'm doing exactly the same thing, and it's not working, and I'm like, what's wrong? So I spent like 2 days trying to figure it out and talking to customer service, and what eventually comes out, the second time I talk to customer service, is it seems like there are new data limits that were not there before. They have imposed a new restriction of the website can only store, the hosting will only host 50 gigabytes of data, and we're already up to 66 gigabytes. Which means, and that's why it wasn't letting me upload any more stuff.
What's making up those gigabytes? Is it like
it's
just the MP3s?
It's the MP3. It's the 345 315 MP3s of the podcast.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot of MP3s.
Yeah. So and this is really bad because it means I can't add any more. I can't add any more data. With this host, there's no more room. Also,
is there not like an upgrade to a bigger plan thing?
There probably is. I honestly clicked around their website and I couldn't really find a clear statement of what are the plans? How do I what would it cost to upgrade? I'm kind of just pissed because there was room before. We didn't change what we were doing, but they've changed what they're giving us for the money we were paying them. That pisses me off. But yeah, I couldn't really figure out exactly how much it would cost to increase our storage size. Theoretically, maybe there's a way that we could just pay them more and get more storage. Or we could... Switching hosts would theoretically also work. Although we'd have to go and update all the previous links if the stuff was hosted on a new server.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's very, very discouraging. Very discouraging.
What good is the website? Because we had it specifically to make the thing link to iTunes or whatever.
Yeah, the website, posting on the website, and again, I don't really understand how RSS works. I just know that when I make the post on the website, it auto-posts to Spotify, iTunes, whatever. So it does that, which is good. But also... I don't know if anybody I don't know if anybody even uses those apps. Not that regularly. And
there's always a couple people who
there's a couple people. There is some people. I know. Yeah. But
I think it's literally just because if you're on your phone, you need to pay for YouTube Red to listen. Or it's a hassle to listen on YouTube.
It's easier to listen on your phone. In MP3 format or whatever. That's fine. That's fine. I guess I get it. But most people don't do it that way. And other than that, the website, it's a convenient archive, like you said. And I guess the plan was we were going to be releasing the perfect comic party through the website, which makes sense. This storage limit is a pretty fucking, we can't do that until that's resolved. So, yeah, I guess I like having the website. It's just, a lot of trouble associated with it, and now there's a new hurdle that is, a new challenge for us to rise to and overcome. I think we'll have to either upgrade. Our choices are we upgrade or we get a new host and figure out how to make the website work with the new host, or we delete the website. Those are the three paths forward.
Well, what was the thing? The thing that was the make podcasts easy. You just put a thing and it does everything. What was that? Somebody said that. Chip said that.
Chip said something called... Was it called Autumn? Was it
Anchor.
called Autumn.fm? Anchor.fm?
The best hassle-free option for podcast hosting. You just upload the audio file in one place and it gets published to all the apps.
Yeah, I vaguely heard of that before.
I guess if we delete the website, then we could try that, see if it's easier.
That's what the RSS feed does for us now. So...
I guess RSS feed is the tech person, the tech what's the word? Legitimate tech literate person's version of Anchor. If you know what you're doing, you can
Yeah.
avoid using a software that's owned by somebody.
I mean,
I
I guess if we got rid of the website, that would allow us to continue updating all the apps simultaneously, which could be useful. Honestly, now that I've cooled down a little bit, if it's not particularly expensive, upgrading our fucking stupid Bluehost subscription is probably the easiest and most pain-free way to do it. Depending on how much. But again, I clicked around and tried to look for plans, and like the website was very cagey about it, and I couldn't just find a clear like, pay us, $10 more a month, and we'll upgrade you from 50 to 500 gigabytes or something like that.
Websites.
Websites. So anyway, I didn't do a lot of stuff this week. I didn't stream. I didn't stream again. I dropped the ball. I meant to start streaming Battle Network, and then I didn't do any more of that this week because I was. What the fuck? I feel like a lot happened this week, and yet I didn't get anything done. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, same. Probably for completely different reasons.
Yeah, maybe.
I had stuff going on Friday. And yesterday was a band practice. The band. You know that band, the dad's band that I was in.
The dad. I was gonna say, is it the dad's band?
The dad band. They're gonna do another charity thing at some point. Because everybody liked the last one. All their friends, all the people who went, it's like, oh, when are you gonna do more? Oh, it was so good. And I'm like,
sick.
Okay, I can be the second guitar again whenever they
would
do
it
that.
be? Would it be at the same venue?
It might be. That was a good venue. Yeah, probably. Yeah, things are being talked about like how to set it all up, and we're still just playing. They're playing songs because they've been playing together for like, I don't know, 20 years, 15 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've done a lot of songs. They know a lot of songs, and they can be like, "Oh, what about Man on the Moon? Oh yeah, if you believe to put a man on the moon," and they just play it. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I look it up on my phone. I do the chorus. I just play along. But when we get an actual set list together, I can practice properly.
Sick.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So these are just plans. You haven't really started practicing, putting a set list together. Okay.
No, but there's Jumping Jack Flash and Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. We're probably gonna do. You know those?
I can't place the tune of either of those.
Jumping Jack Flash, Rolling Stones. It goes, Jumping Jack Flash, he's a flash. I don't know the lyrics.
He's a fash.
He's a fash.
I
mean, it's hard to like.
Shit, I don't know if I know that
the
one.
riff because it's very simple. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting's Elton John. It said, Saturday night's all right for fighting. Get a little action here.
Okay. I'm sure I've heard that one before.
Good old boomer classics. Love them.
You should play. How can you add Battle Against a True Hero?
What's that?
Oh, from Undertale.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Wait. Is that Is it the? Oh God, I can't think of the tune. Is it? Is that?
That's
Asgore. That's Asgore. Fuck. Now I'm blanking. Battle Against a True Hero is my favorite Undertale.
It's the Undying.
It's
the grim dark version. What's the?
Yes,
genocide route.
The genocide. I feel so dumb. Now I'm like disturbed that I can't think of it. But whatever. You know the one.
I also am blanking on it. I think you had it for half a second, but then you just switched the Asgore thing, and now it's blanked my memory.
No.
You had it. You did have it.
Against a true. Wait. Well, I know it starts with a little piano. Kind of like Asgore, it starts with a little piano progression.
Sorry for the voice crack. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Okay, well that's okay. Here's my proposed set list: Battle Against a True Hero, Asgore, Megalovania. What do we think? What do we think?
They like to, because they got a singer. They like to sing songs that you have lyrics to. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. We can work.
They're gonna do
that.
Comfortably Numb. That we practiced that last night. And it sounded amazing.
Sick. I know that one. I do know that one.
Yes.
Yes. I have not played any more Disco Elysium this week. I'm still on day 3. Cringe.
Did I play anything since last week? I think I played a little bit. But I didn't do all that much. I think I went around. I talked to the big fat man in the container again. He gave me a new task. Oh yeah, I went into the little doors, like break into this door and send him a message.
I didn't do that.
I broke into the door. Well, I used the key I got from Mañana, and then I looked inside. I was like, ooh. It's a little place. I guess I won't spoil.
Everard gave me the key, but even though I'm a communist, I didn't do it because I didn't like him bossing me around.
Yeah.
So I have like not done it yet, but I'm leaning towards I probably will do it. Not because Everard told me to, but because everyone else in the Union seems good. And they all like Everard and work for him, so for their sake, I'll probably do it.
I think I talked to Mañana, and he's like, "Yeah, of course Everard's corrupt,
yeah.
But like, who wouldn't be? You know?
Yeah.
I think he just, we put up with a little bit of that. Oh, he's got a fancy chair just because he does care about the Union and getting the people what they need.
I mean,
like, it's hard to imagine, but because he's so ugly and so annoying voice, and he's bossing me around. But like, maybe it's true.
Honestly, I admire a little bit that he's just unapologetically corrupt. He's just like, yeah, I'm a fucking smug. Yeah, I'm an oily businessman. What of it? Like, okay, all right, that's fair. Doesn't it say in his dialogue somewhere that like he's so oily that like you can't even tell? Even when he's telling the truth, it sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, somewhere.
It rules. So, I mean, I don't like him bossing me around, but Mañana says he's good, and frickin' the little Irish man says he's good, and all the Union people seem to are with him. So, like, okay, whatever. But I mean, Measurehead works for him, and Measurehead is a real scumbag, so that's bad.
Right, Measurement Man.
Measurement Man.
I realize who that is now because I never went to, like, they talked about this guy who's like blocking the way, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother because like he's probably going to beat me up. I didn't go talk to him. I didn't interact with him at all. I found the other way. I already found the other way round.
Yeah.
So I went back that way and I talked to Everard that way, and I had no reason, I think, just to go talk to that guy. So I just haven't yet. By now I realize that's who that is. Maybe I should talk to him. I can get some XPs. I can get some XPs for my human brain.
I would recommend it. I think I had a very unlikely success against him on some skill checks that let me get through him. I think I was not really supposed to get by him with my build, but I just got lucky. Which, whatever, I'll take it. He's pretty funny. Have you met the cryptozoologist?
Oh, I haven't. I've met his wife.
Yeah, okay.
In the wheelchair, she says, "Oh, I need to find him. I don't know where he is." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that side quest. Side quest accepted."
So, What about the
I haven't seen him yet.
Have you met the racist lorry driver? I'm sure you've met the racist lorry driver.
Well, the guy standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah, welcome to Ravashol.
Yeah, I talked to him.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that last time.
Yeah. Probably.
The new guy I talked to, I guess I went into the apartment complex. There was the lady sweeping.
Lady sweeping and the artist girl.
The artist girl and the guy overlooking the crime scene, who I finally realized I could go back around that way.
Oh,
I didn't
you mean the boy with the open shirt and the cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the area where the girl was somewhere I could go. So
yeah. Did you just talk to her from down below previously? Yeah.
But even when I talk now that I've ruined my relationship with Kuno, I talk to her from the back, and she doesn't even turn around.
Kuno!
She ignores me.
Really?
Yeah. So nothing happens.
Oh wait, you mean the forest girl?
Oh, the forest girl. Yeah.
Not the artist girl.
No. Well, no. Yeah.
Okay.
I did talk to the artist girl from below. I haven't talked to her again. But the guy with the cigarette, I couldn't get him to say anything, so I had to go and talk to the old lady, get his room number.
Yeah.
And then I have to come back at a specific time the next day, and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna be walking around being like, oh shit, it's time and I'm not there.
I remember, I think, what did he say? Like, come back at like 21 hours or something? And I was like, I remember I went to go see Everart, and like, I was in Everart's office, and I was keeping my eye on the clock the whole time, because I'm like, I gotta meet that guy on the balcony in like 15 minutes. Like, are we gonna wrap? Are we done here? Mr. Clare? Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
but you haven't gone to meet him yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing in particular going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sort of, there's lots of things that I'm failing at, and I'm like, okay, well, I couldn't, oh, I did the worst thing. When I talked to the Hardy Boys again, after Everett said, tell the Hardy Boys to cooperate with me, I go back to them, and I do some dialogue, but I can't really do anything. But there's this one, try to intimidate them, try to show them who's boss, and it failed, and then I couldn't help but put my gun in my mouth.
Are you fucking serious? Okay.
I asked Kim for the gun, because that was the only option I had. It's like, oh fuck, I fucked up, this is the path I shouldn't have gone down.
You asked Hardy for his gun?
No, I asked Kim for his gun, because I didn't have one.
Okay.
It's like, Kim, it's the only way. And I couldn't back out of it. I was on the path.
That's really fucked up.
So Kim was like, okay. And then I had his gun, and I could only, because I had failed it earlier, the only thing I could do was think about what I was doing and how stupid it was, and then once those were like done, the only thing was I could put the gun in my mouth and like say, if you don't respect me, I'll kill myself.
Oh my god!
I'll fucking do it.
Okay.
And there was an option to like put the finger on the trigger to increase the tension. I don't know whether that would have made it more likely it would have worked, or whether I would have just died. So I didn't do that. I backed out. I was like, no, this is bad. So all I did was lose morale and the respect of everyone there, including Kim, who thinks I'm insane.
Oh no, that sucks.
It's so embarrassing.
Things went pretty well with the Hardy Boys for me. Although, okay, you know,
it was a 58% chance to succeed, so I thought it was fine, but no. I did the worst possible thing, the most embarrassing. I'm such a fuck up with everyone.
Yeah, you're a real sorry cop. I gotta say. I
haven't been save scumming though. That's my.
I mean,
I was told not to do that, and I was like, this is fun, even though it's like I'm so embarrassing. The game doesn't end, so it's fine.
I think it's okay to let yourself fuck up a little bit. This was on like I had a couple deaths, and so this was like on like, I guess you could call it an alternate timeline, because this got reversed with one of my deaths. But before I met the Hardy Boys, on the first day, when I met I forget her name, but the lawyer girl who was pretending to be the gardener.
Yeah.
When I talked to her the first time, I think I had like a critical failure of like a roll, and my whatever personality trait of me was like, you literally cannot think of anything other than the fact that her skin is a different color than yours.
Oh yeah, I got the same
it's
thing.
like, you're black. What?
Yeah, she brought that up later.
She did not. Fortunately, that got reversed with one of my losses, so I don't actually have to deal with that.
Yeah, well, I did that because it was the only option because I failed it, and it's just like, okay, and I'm like, yeah,
what kind of music do you
I'm just
listen
observing here. Like, there was no option that was good.
What kind of music do you listen to? Whatever's on the radio. Okay, bye.
And so when she was revealed to be a lawyer, she saw me and it's like, it's the guy who know. Like, I forget exactly how she put it. It was like, it's the cop who knows I'm black. Hello. Like, she just brings it up again. Like, God damn it.
True. Very, very observant. Do you know your name yet?
I do, but what is it? Do you know it?
Yeah.
It's Harry Dubois.
Yeah. You have not found the cryptozoologist, so you have probably not been down to like the fishing village or the church, right?
Yes, I haven't really. Like, I feel like I've walked around there, but just haven't found... I saw the statue, the big exploded statue, and it's like, that's cool. But I didn't think you could go further south.
There's I was pretty surprised. There's quite a lot of territory to cover down there that I kind of didn't even realize at first.
Yeah, when I went to the bookstore, there was, like, the maps on the wall, and I bought the postcard, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, there's a whole other, like, southern...
Yeah,
area.
There is a whole other area. I think it's like across the bay or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the bit where the restaurant is like the end point of the harbor, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I guess where the harbor is where the harbor is. But like,
you gotta cross over. I think it's called a water lock. It's sort of like a drawbridge, and that's how you get to sort of a whole kind of second section beside from like the city area.
There's gonna be so many bottles I can pick up and put in my bag. Hell yeah!
I kind of like ran through that area like almost without talking to anyone. So like that, I've like walked all around down there, but I have not really explored it. I haven't like done most of the stuff to do down there. I'm kind of I gotta do that. And I gotta go back into Did you do the, like, bookstore, like, did you go into, like, the back rooms?
Yes, I explored all that.
You find the dice?
The dice lady, yes.
Lady? Okay, I think we talked about this. I missed that, and I have to go back and have to do that.
Yeah. Did you do the thing, the intercom thing, and you found, like, the spooky lady who keeps repeating herself?
No, I did not find the spooky lady.
Yeah, I think... it's discovered. I thought of it, but like my character didn't think of it for a while. That it's like a recording of somebody on the phone. She keeps repeating a bunch of stuff. When you press the button, and it's like from a company that no longer exists, which has been renamed, and it's like the wrong number and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know where that is physically in the building, so I don't know if I could find that.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, and you have not been down south to the church. I know that the kids, well, you don't know, but there's some kids down there, and they mentioned that there was a mysterious lady in the church, and just because there's like a mysterious lady in the back of the bookstore and a mysterious lady in the church, I thought, are these the same mysterious lady? Are these perhaps both the same mysterious lady who was there at the crime scene with the Hardy Boys, who's left the light set of footprints? But probably not, actually. It probably just are multiple mysterious ladies.
I got the sense that the mysterious lady on the phone, she was responding to somebody, which could be a clue, but it seemed like it was a very old recording, because it was for a company that didn't exist anymore. But I guess... I don't know when the company stopped existing. I think I talked to the Dice Girl about that. She has like info about all of the failed enterprises. You can ask about all of them.
I must have missed a big like path back there, because I didn't find any of that.
Did you bring the torch?
Yeah, I did. maybe I just was in a hurry to do something else, and I was like, I'll come back later.
Yeah.
I found the gun back there.
What? I haven't found the gun yet.
Oh, not like a gun. There's like a
yeah, no, I found
gun,
the stashed in the walls.
Yeah.
Like the rifle. Yeah, I picked that up.
Yeah, I found that. And I found the polar bear freezer and oh wait, I think I found a second did I find like a second computer cube?
Oh, I didn't find a second one of those.
I feel like I found
Hang on, I need to go pee, sorry.
Or maybe I just found the first one. Wait, you need what?
I need to go pee, sorry.
Okay.
Hello,
I'm the nostalgia critic.
So where were we? Disco Elysium.
Yeah. Although I haven't been playing it, so I don't have much new to report on my end. Yeah, good game though.
Pretty good game.
Pretty good germ. I was listening to some Grimbeard reviews, and I re-listened to his video about Planescape Torment, and he pretty much says directly that he considers Disco Elysium to be like the truest and most successful successor to Planescape Torment, which seems like a pretty nice thing to say about a video game.
I've heard of Planescape Torment a lot, but I've never gone to play it.
I started it once, and I didn't get very far before I found something that frustrated me, and I put it down, and I didn't pick it up again. Although it's kind of, I mean, you can die in that game as many times as you want, and it's fine. The thing that frustrated me was there was like an item that I found that I used and that I felt like I should not have used. And I was like, should I reset my save so I get the item back? Yeah. And I was like, I'll worry about it later.
Oh, I had such a great idea for a meme for Disco Elysium.
Mm.
I might still make this, but it's just a little involved. There's a Snoopy comic. This depends on whether I can find the Snoopy comic. There's a Snoopy comic where Snoopy's like talking about how he hit his foot or something, and his head blames his eyes for, getting hurt, and then the leg blames his brain, and it's like, he's talking about different aspects of his body that are arguing with each other, and then at the end he's like, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get involved. And I was like, what if you could replace those words with like rhetoric and drama and physical instrument? Because it's just like how the little Disco Elysium facets of your brain can sometimes disagree. What a funny meme, guys.
I mean, yeah, good meme. Yeah, just make him Snoopy.
Because it's gonna make him Snoopy.
When in doubt, just make him Snoopy. Give him the old make him Snoopy.
Do you do that now? Where you're like, you're having thoughts and you're like, this is the rhetoric part of my brain. This is the what are the names of things?
Inland Empire?
This is the conceptualization.
No.
This is the empathy part coming through. Like if I was in a Discord call, I could talk to different aspects of myself.
That part never comes through. No, not really.
Dang, maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe I'm a little freak.
I mean, just like in real life, in the game, I'm maxed out on Encyclopedia, which is so it's the only part I ever hear from. So
it is funny how like you see something and Encyclopedia will give you a lengthy explanation of what it is, even though it's very simple what that is. Sometimes,
yeah.
And it's just sort of like, I wonder if people's brains work like that, where they see something and they can't help but think, oh yes, that is what this is. I guess it's not like...
Yeah, definitely.
But like not in a spoken word, like sentence structure sort of way. They just sort of know what something is.
Yeah, like in real time, that encyclopedia popping up to give you a text dump would take like a nanosecond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brain's funny.
I think it's serious. Serious business. Don't you forget it.
Okay.
My favorite one is electrochemistry because it wants me to take drugs.
That is a pretty funny one.
I'm
like, it's odd because like in real life, taking drugs is bad. You never take drugs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But in a video game,
nobody would
really
actually take drugs in real life.
In a video game,
yeah.
You're not actually getting the high of a drug. Mm-hmm. You're thinking about the benefits to your character in game, and a lot of the time, maybe there are literal benefits like stats and stuff. But like, I feel like a lot of the game is telling you that being extremely high and extremely drunk just makes you like an idiot and you do stupid things and you forget what you did because that's what your character has done. They're super alcoholics. Like, why would you indulge in that knowing how shitty everything is?
Okay, I kind of want to do like a drug playthrough at some point. I saw someone on Twitter talking about it, and they said that their experience was that like they started the game thinking they shouldn't do drugs. And then, because they were like, there's got to be some hidden negative to doing drugs. And then they took drugs and they were like, oh, wow, actually taking drugs is like a huge mechanical benefit. And your stats like benefit immensely from taking drugs. And then it turned out at the end, no, there actually was a hidden cost to it. Like, oh, no. I don't know what I don't know what that is exactly, but that's just what they said there.
Well, it's at the end. It's like at the end of Undertale, but with the genocide route. Like you did the genocide route once, and then you look at the photos of all the Disco Elysium characters, and then there's Kara there. Mm-hmm. You fucked up. It's the drug version of Kara.
Maybe
with the red eyes.
I mean, it reminds me of Lisa a little bit, like
Simpson.
No, the game.
Yeah.
There's no like you don't get like the bad ending from using Joy in Lisa, right?
I never used Joy because of how obviously bad it was and it turned people into beasts, and I didn't really want to risk having a moment where it's like you've taken too much joy over the course of your adventure, you just turn into a blob and that's it.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't happen.
I don't know that it happens. I don't think so. It'd be cool if it did. If you take like a little bit too much, like maybe there'll be a tell in the game. It's like you feel like this is a little too much, a little moment of reflection to let you know that if you take one more, you'll turn into a blob.
I don't think there really is like a big like story change to the game whether you use Joy or not. There's like one party member you can't get if you use Joy, but like who cares?
Yeah. That's kind of annoying, I feel like.
That there's not more of a consequence?
Yeah, cuz it's like
honestly, I kind of think it's fine cuz like narratively what that tells me about the world and about the character is that like it was already too late.
I suppose. But you only know that once you've played the game and you know how it ends. And it's like, oh, so now I can play it, because I know that there's not like a potential happy ending where you can live long and prosper and all that. If you're going to go out like you do, you may as well drug yourself up the whole way through because you know how it ends, because it's like in a video game, like an RPG, where it's like you don't actually know how many health potions you'll need, so you keep hold of so many of them. And by the time you finish the game, you're like, oh, I have 700 of these. I should have used them. I should have used them the whole time.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, I think that's probably why in The Painful, it's like, they make it as clear as they can that, like, no, you're supposed to use the Joy. You pretty much have to use the Joy.
No, I resisted. I thought it would be so good.
Did you actually get through it without using it?
Yeah.
It's so fucking hard. Like, you can't fucking beat Lobo
You can. It's just that you need to do a lot of healing and make sure that every attack is as powerful as you possibly can.
You're definitely supposed to use it. The game is balanced on the assumption that you will use it.
And yet, I
the
beat
game
it.
tells you. The game literally just writes like graffiti on the wall. It's like use joy, like use. But it
I know.
feels sinister. It feels like you're not supposed to listen. But
That's
you
what
are.
I thought.
Yeah,
I thought that they're like, oh no, you're not gonna fuck me up. I know what joy does. You're not. It's like, I felt like it was saying like you know,
these are the voices.
This game's super hard. This game's like super fucking hard, bro. And you're a little pansy pussy, so you better use joy. And I'm like, fuck you, no, I'm not. I'm the coolest. I'm gonna be the hardest motherfucker ever. I'm gonna slice everyone, and I did.
God damn. Yeah,
I would recommend trying it because it's not as impossible as it seems. It's not luck based. You can do it.
Well, I mean, impressive, but there's no like reward for it.
No.
Yeah. Just
the reward of being able to say, haha, I did that in regular conversation, and people go, what?
Yeah, I can't say that.
I beat Super Mario Brothers, and I've did Lisa the Joyful without using joy.
And Super Mario Brothers.
Because Super Mario Brothers is hard.
I mean, to be fair, I've never beaten Super Mario Brothers. Like, all the way? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Can I really even call myself a gamer? If I didn't beat the first game ever made?
Oh, you can't be the first game ever made.
I am the first game ever made.
Why does he speak like that?
Because that's how you said it about Rayman in that one video. The hardest game ever made. Okay.
I do so many like pointless, silly voices in those videos.
Yeah,
I think it's literally just because I was reading the script and I realized I sounded like a YouTuber, so I fuck it up a bit.
Like, I gotta sound weird.
I gotta sound weird because I don't like.
I should just say this next line weird so it doesn't get boring.
It's literally just. I think I sound like a real loser, a real tool when I'm just doing my script reading voice.
Sure.
When I'm casually talking about stuff, I sound okay, but like Rayman was like I don't know how to like read a script in a non-lame way.
No, I think if I was like, I mean. So if you're someone like, if it's like a long video, then I think you pretty much just have to accept I'm just gonna sound boring to myself because I'm gonna be reading the script for like an hour. If it's not though, I totally am like, I get it. Like, I've been talking for 5 minutes now, and like, does the audience really want me to like sit here and talk for 5 minutes? Like, it's boring. It gets boring after 5 minutes. I gotta do something. I gotta put a joke or an edit or a...
I gotta zoom in my face so it's a little bit bigger and then zoom it back out.
Otherwise, they'll go back to playing Fortnite. Otherwise, they'll go back...
God, goodness knows that's worse than my video.
Otherwise, they'll go back to doing what the Zoomers do, which I gather is watching, like, spliced together 3 videos in one. Like, one is, like, a leftist political speech. The other is, like, someone, like, running in Fortnite. And the other is someone, like, you know, doing, like, slime, like, squishing slime in their hands. Or doing some, like, most satisfying compilations.
I've seen those triple videos, and I gotta say, they really worked for me. I like it.
I watched.
I saw one that was like a Family Guy clips, and then there was the guy running on the train tracks and getting the coins, and then there was like somebody using a knife to like cut some weird soap thing.
Yes, the blue like soap. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this is good. Actually, like people are like saying, "Oh my god, the children are so fucked." I'm like, no, they're not. They just like this is good. This is a good like evolution.
I gotta be honest, I didn't really get it. I was just like, why are there 3 videos in one? Why, if I wanted to watch one of these videos, why wouldn't I just watch one of them?
Because attention span. I mean, I know so many people. It's such a normal thing now to like when you listen to a podcast or a long video or even just a video that you've seen before, you play a game at the same time. You have
Sure.
two different stimulus.
I mean, definitely, but I don't want them to put them together for me. I want to customize my experience. I want to match the podcast I want to listen to with the game I want to play.
True.
I don't want them to do it for me.
I don't mind it though, because like this particular game they're showing is like that guy running down. It's an endless runner.
Yeah.
The
No
inputs,
idea what game that is.
The inputs that they put are like so simple, like duck, jump, turn to the left, turn to the right, get those coins.
It's not a very,
I can sort of feel,
in my opinion.
but like it wouldn't be an interesting game for me to play either. It's just sort of like, oh, look at him go, while I listen to something, and then I switch my eyes over to the soap, and then back to the little guy.
I do like the soap. I do like the cutting soap.
Yeah,
but I would just watch that. I'll watch someone cut soap on my own damn time.
How many times have you Googled soap cutting?
Rarely.
Since you saw it.
Very rarely. Oh, since none.
Exactly. So that you need that curation. You need them to do it for you. You ain't gonna look at it. You ain't gonna look it up.
I guess. I guess. I mean, I guess you're right. All right. So lesson learned: I should be Googling soap more. That'll do a lot for me. Well, all that is to say that I didn't do any work aside from a little bit on the cover of the project.
Yes, the perfect comic party.
Perfect comic party. I will, at some point, I will have to actually make that damn content.
Yeah, I worked a little bit to make some Clarissa. Had a bit of a little mental moment, a little breakdown, because you know that's just how I roll. It's a breakdown a minute.
Yeah,
but like
it's
I
called
feel
the
like
artist
I can.
Temperament.
Yeah, I can do it. I can get that chapter ready. The perfect comic party. I think we've got a pretty good logo mock-up.
I really liked your logo mock-up.
Thank you. I
really
was thinking
liked
about
it.
like because I was looking at Shonen Jump and they've got like their letters, the blocks text. You can write it vertical, you can write it like horizontal, but each letter, kanji, whatever, fits in a square, so it's quite easy to make it fit nicely on a rectangular sheet of paper.
Yeah.
But with PCP, you got so much wasted space underneath the P, and it's hard to like put it in a way that it reads nicely. I think I've figured it out.
Do you want to wait? Did you? Shit, I'm not looking at the Discord. Do you want to post a shot of it or something?
No, I want to draw it.
Keep it secret. Okay.
I want to draw it cleaner first.
Okay.
I want to be nice and shiny and cool and bold and stuff, and then yeah. Once we have a little title, we have a logo we can use over and over again.
Yeah, it looked really good, and I mentioned, I mean, because the freaking PCP, the Radcon Dojin is supposed to be done really soon. Like literally, the only thing left for it is I think Kaiju has to draw the cover, and like that's it. And I don't know, we could put that in there or something. We could include that in maybe the first issue if it's done by then.
We could include like parts of it per weekly publication. Be like, episode 1 of the Dojin.
Because it's in chapters.
You could have like chapter 1. One chapter per episode, per issue. But yeah, I need to get my head down, nose to the grindstone, get the Clarissa, because it's 20 something pages. And I've got like 3 inked, not even like finished. I gotta do a bunch of inking, and then I gotta put the speech bubbles in there, and then the shading. And it's like, I want it to be nice. So I'm not gonna rush it out the door just so it can be part of this thing. That's why I didn't put like a deadline, because I don't think... I need to warm up to all this, because I've been so like anti doing anything for like a month. Need to get the momentum going again.
Yeah, sure. Ganbatte, Gibu-chan.
Thank you. Arigato.
Thank you. What else? I guess I don't have that much more to say about that.
It's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun.
I despite it being like, oh, ho, ho, we talked about it, and it's not instantly a real thing. It was really I don't mind that too much. I think it's still like it's a fun thing to think about.
It was
getting
never gonna
done.
be done. It was never going to be done in 1 week.
No.
Yeah.
I did think I could get more done. Like I could get the title, the logo finished. But sometimes a week is fucked, and then you relapse, and your therapist says, you got to just fucking do it, you idiot. They didn't say that, but like that was the essential thing. Like you're looking inwards and you're making yourself feel worse, and so you have to. I can't remember exactly what they said. I can read it later, but like essentially they're not offering condolences or like pats on the back, ruffles of the hair. They're saying, that you have to do this stuff. Yeah. So you'll feel better if you do it, so do it. And it's like, God, I wish you would just say, no, you can wallow in misery forever and it would be great. But they won't say that.
I'll tell you that, Gib. I say you can wallow in misery forever. It's fine.
Do I really want to listen to Ben Saint? I don't know.
That devil's bargain.
Yeah, I'll draw, and I'm gonna do it. There's also the question, because I had this last year, February, drawing like booby images all over February last year. That was a daily draw thing. I still want to do that. I don't want it to be too serious though, so might be just a little doodle every day, something to get the blood pumping in my art hand.
Honestly, warming up is good. Warming up every day is like a good thing to do that like real artists do that I have never done, and that's probably why I'm a hack fraud and have to come up with stupid schemes like the perfect comic party to motivate me to do anything. It's all baked in.
Warming up is hard because you're drawing and you're like, this isn't a good drawing,
right? Because
you're fucked in the head and you think every drawing has to be good. That's not how professionals do it. I don't think any drawing has to be good. And then they get the work done. I mean, I already know that it's more important to put the hours in than it is to make progress during those hours. Because putting the hours in makes you feel like productive, which helps you like mentally to stay on track. If you say like, I'm gonna take a break today, and you don't put those hours in, even if those hours are spent just looking at a sheet of blank paper, the fact that you did it means that it's easier to do it later. And I know that. I know that, and yet I'm just not. I'm not sticking to my schedule. I'm gonna change that. This coming Monday, I'm gonna change that.
That's a different struggle you're describing than mine, but I guess
what's your struggle?
My struggle is not like, I don't want to put the hours in. I don't, I'm afraid my drawings will be bad, etc. I don't know. My struggle is like, say, I could put the hours in, and maybe the drawing will come out good. So what?
Yeah, that's the more fundamental, like, why do anything thing I was struggling with.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you got to do it for the perfect comic party, Ben.
Hey, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So there you go.
Nothing is real.
Everything
is made of fake little lies we tell ourselves, and our lie right now is the perfect comic party.
That's good. We should make that the tagline. Perfect comic party. It's the lie we tell ourselves.
Oh, Ben, if you could translate that to Japanese, we could put that on the side. Put that on the cover somewhere.
I could machine translate it. I would probably want to ask an actual speaker how they would like really translate. That's really funny, honestly. We could make it a shirt.
That'd be a great shirt.
I think
the PCP logo, perfect comic party, and then the Japanese text underneath. It's the lie we tell ourselves.
I think we should rebrand. I think we should rebrand everything. Did I mention this last week?
I think you did. Yeah.
We've been needing a rebrand for a while, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to rebrand the Patreon, rebrand the YouTube channel, rebrand everything. In line with the new aesthetic of we do a comic compilation. Submit your stuff if you want to fucking be included in our ever so often regular comics publication where we publish our own comics in said publication.
Hell yeah.
And it's the lie we tell ourselves, and it's the Pro Crastinators podcast. Yes.
Yeah, we need to,
it's all good.
Need to think of a way to squish Perfect Comic Party into like a square format for like avatars and stuff.
The fact that the website has this problem now is really frustrating, though, because like kind of the plan was we were going to publish it on the website, so now I don't know what to do with that. I'm sure we'll think of something.
I mean, either way, we'd want the website to look nicer than it does currently.
You know, the website does look like shit. Now that you mention it,
does it still have like that? The website default,
does look like a piece
plant
of shit.
pot image.
Yes. It look. You know, it is crap.
It's not a hip happening joint that all the cool kids want to go to.
You know what? You make a good point. Fuck WordPress. Fuck everything.
Do you know how to make a website? Because I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, I made mine.
Yeah, and it's nice and slick.
It's a bit hard. Mine is slick. Honestly, I mean, if I were to be tasked with making a website, what I would probably do is just take my code for my website and take that as my baseline and just, you know, modify it, swap out assets, and re-theme it, basically.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my website is pretty, you know, format-wise, it's pretty clean and straightforward and uncomplicated, and it's just about, you know, presenting content front and center.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like I've heard you say that it's a kind of, you built it in a kind of way where it's annoying to add new pages of things to comics?
I did.
Did you, like, improve that at some point?
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. I did make it a bit more modular in that, like, I made it so that, like, more of it refers to, you know, a cascading style sheet, and therefore I don't have to change every individual page if I want to make one little change. You know, I made, like, I added an iframe that included a window into a sort of default template menu, so I can just change the menu file, and that changes the menu on every page, and yeah. I did improve it somewhat with that, yeah. I still have to manually add like new pages, like when there's a new, you know, page. When there's a new page of the comic, I have to add a new page of the website to accommodate it, but I mean, that's okay.
How would we put Perfect Comic Party on a website like that? Would it be one page per page, or would it be like a long scroll?
Honestly, I kind of think that if we did it like that, we wouldn't like even necessarily display it on the website. It would just kind of be a homepage with like a sort of dated index of like links to issues, and you would just download them. That
was what I was initially thinking when it comes to PDF.
Yeah.
Okay.
The website would basically, it would be a little bit of branding. You know, we got the title, we got some art, whatever, but it's mostly just a portal to here's where you download the individual issues, and then, you know, here's where you can donate, here's where you can get rewards, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be sick if we had a nice little website.
It would be sick. We would need to figure, and I mean, we could host. Well, I mean, we'd need a new host, but I mean, we could just re-upload the
MP3s,
the podcasts. Yeah, we could it would take a little doing, but it'd be fine.
Yeah, there's the last I think the Dick Show used to be like only on the website. Well, I mean, you could listen to it on other apps. I always went to the website to listen to it when I did, and they just had a player. You just have a page and then the player, and you press play. And it's like, that was pretty good. It meant that going to the website was like a thing you would do to see the new episode, and then there was like the spiel about what the hell it was about underneath, like a blog post. I don't think we have that on the current WordPress thing. We just have like
the current WordPress just has the pretty much a very similar to the YouTube description.
Yeah.
Underneath each post.
How would you listen to it?
I think it
would you have to download the MP3?
You can listen to it inline on the website.
Okay.
There is just a play button, or you can download the MP3.
Okay, well then that's fine. We could just have that again.
It's doable. It would. I mean, the way it embeds is done through WordPress. Whatever. I'm sure there's a simple way to just fucking add an MP3 player into your website. That I don't think that would be complicated.
I guess the only thing is the size of the files. If it's like more than 50 gigabytes.
Yeah, no, it's the hosting that at this point is the sticking point.
Do you host all of the images of your comics on your website?
Yeah, I mean, it's not 50 gigs worth, I don't think. But yeah, I just have through a separate. I think I use what's the fucking hosting site that I use for that? Something Moon, I don't remember. But yeah, I bought the domain and I have the domain registered and I pay like $10 a month or something to just host. Just to host all the data on the site, and I'm not sure if there's a data limit on it or not. Maybe we should use that service, because I've never had a problem with them.
Yeah. I use HostGator for the giveandtake.site. It's not, I don't think it's like, I don't know how much it is a month. I don't think it's as much as $10.
We just need, I should go and check and like see what are the data limits. We just need something that can host, 100 gigs, 200 gigs, and I think we'd be good for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I guess I should ask fucking we could ask Bluehost how much it would cost to up the data limit. That's probably the move at this point.
Yeah, to upgrade. Yeah. Is it easy
unless
to change how it works? Because if it's through WordPress, how would you change the code?
I'll be frank with you. If we wanted to like build a custom website, I think we would just probably abandon WordPress, because I don't know, we would be stuck with all of its default shit. We would have to build a website from scratch.
Well, I guess we shouldn't worry about that too much right now. The MP3 thing is more important, and we can just
hosting is the most pressing issue.
Yeah, and then I guess making Perfect Comic Party exist comes before where we host it.
True.
Like, we could have a Google Docs and put them on there in the meantime.
Ugh. I mean, yeah, we can do that. It's so low rent.
Low rent which?
Oh my god, I just did I mention Low Rent Winch is canceled? I'll never get to see it.
You mentioned it on the stream we did.
Right. Yeah, somebody asked Somebody asked Mint, "Where's Low Rent Witch?" and Mint confirmed that it is canceled. So that's sad. Tragic.
Terrible. I was
Terrible,
looking. I was looking
terrible.
forward to it so much.
They had thousands, and she'd drawn thousands and thousands of frames. Gib.
I know it's a big
Mathematically, that's true. That's
big
true.
waste of man hours on that.
How dare you misgender those hours?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's a word now.
Mm.
What would you do? Would you like ma'am hours, like madam?
Yeah, ma'am hours is the opposite.
That's my go-to. If it's like a man word, you just say ma'am instead. Sounds the same.
That's pretty good. Oh man, I saw
ma'am.
a list. Oh ma'am, I saw a list of like gender neutral suggestions for gender neutral words for like people in your family, and they sucked so much. It's like, I wish maybe I could. Maybe I could
there's
find them in my
sibling
likes
and parent.
somewhere.
What else is there?
Sure.
Like what words
these
would you
were,
need to invent?
Well, I'll
Like a gender
Why do I have all
neutral
these
aunt uncle.
fucking notifications for fuck. All right, checking my likes. Here we go. Gender neutral term. Oh god. Look at this. Here we go. Here's the list I was talking about. ZZ for aunts and uncle. You're not my aunt, you're not my uncle, you're my ZZ. Hey, my ZZs.
I kind of like
Wubba lubba dub dub.
I like nibbling. That's cute. But
I guess nibbling's a little cute. Sprong, horrible.
sibling. Sprong.
Ren, what the fuck is that? God Ren, okay. NB friend, fine. Epochs, what are you talking about? Why are you in my house?
Wait, epic.
Kane or
Fiance. Wait, are those? Do you have to say them different?
Where are you looking?
Epochs. Fiance and fiance. Are they different words? I didn't know they were gendered.
You know,
Like one has an extra e.
I think, yeah, I guess they are, but I don't know if you say them differently. Maybe in French you would. Is it fiance and fiancé? Is that the difference?
That's the same. It sounds the same.
No, it's the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Fiancé and fiancé.
Lol. Yeah, sure.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, in English,
Fiancé,
you can say, you know, my resume or my resume, and both are acceptable.
Resume.
Yeah, okay.
That's so similar, but sure, I guess.
I mean,
What
surely
is- yeah. Tis
tis.
for ma'am or sir.
Some of these don't make any sense. Like I don't understand.
yeah.
I don't understand what they're derived from, and they don't. And I, like, why would I say this? Epoch.
Godex.
Godex is kind of funny. Godex is funny.
Fanenby.
I mean, okay. I don't know.
I don't
know,
mind,
though.
like, I don't-
I think I would refer to a gender neutral god as just a god. I'm sorry to default male, but I mean I'm sorry, but the word goddess is just the word for god with a female attachment. So just lose the attachments.
I think, yeah, there's a few things like that. Like, I don't like the term comedian, because comedian is, I guess, arguably male-centric, but it's also just what you would call somebody who does comedy. Like, if they're neutral, gender neutral, I feel like comedian works.
Why do you need another
Comedian
word?
works for all
Why-
genders and no gender, and like, you don't need to make a gendered version for every possible permutation of a person.
That's exactly
Like
what
chef doesn't have a female equivalent. If you're a chef, you're a chef.
Well, we got to make one.
No, we
or else.
don't.
We got to make one or else. That's exactly what the person that retweeted this list said. They said, why can't we just de-gender everything instead of making everything third gender? And I think that's probably right. Yeah.
I mean, for some things like Mr. and Mrs., they are deliberately split gender.
We don't have to remove every gender under every circumstance.
But for some things,
But
like
yeah,
king, queen,
for-
we have monarch. We don't need another one.
Yeah. For God, I think we can just dispense with the word goddess unless you really want it, and then it's fine. I don't think we don't need God X, even though it's really funny.
I guess you would use goddess when you're like looking at a beautiful woman online and you want to say something to her. You want to say "oh," you want to say "oh."
I always find myself in that situation, and yes, it's true. It's a very useful word in that. I mean, I kind of get it, because like, I guess it's a little uneven that like you could call Aphrodite a god. I mean, she is. You could also call her a goddess if you want to be specific about it. But there's no like, there's no masculine. I feel like there's no masculine like, oh, this is a god. What's the oh shit, suffix. What's the masculine suffix? There is none.
Duh.
We could make one of those. Honestly, we should make one of those if we want equality. Let's just take God as the neutral one and add a masculine suffix.
Godden. Honestly, looking through these, they have like a consistency with Ren being a parent, and then grandparent is a grandren. I don't mind that.
Is it because it's a parent?
Oh my goodness! Probably.
I don't know if I like it. It just seems
like
weird.
Ren!
It seems random.
Ren!
Seems like you just picked something.
I don't want to go to school. Ren! Like instead of saying mom, you would say that.
I think it's supposed to be a shortening of parent, and I mean, I don't know, whatever.
I honestly don't hate Ren just because they've kept it with like grandparent, godparent.
I appreciate the consistency.
Like if you wanted to invent a word that means neither male or female guardian parent and shorten it so that you could say easily, that's fine. I think that one's fine.
Sprong.
I don't understand
Sprong.
ZZ.
ZZ, I don't know where that comes from. Sprong is like Reddit. Sprong is
you would
like,
just say kiddo. You would just say if you have a son.
Kiddo is good.
Kiddo or
Kiddo is good.
You know,
Child. Offspring. That's a bit awkward.
Offspring is a bit clinical, bit
Sprong
medical.
is. Don't you think it sounds Reddit though?
Sprong.
Sprong sounds very much like someone who oils their mustache and wears and goes to fucking Ren Fair LARPs.
I guess I could say that Sprong is a funny thing.
Is wrong.
Is a funny thing.
Sprong is wrong.
Sprong.
Make that a
no,
t-shirt.
like if like it's like a dad joke or a Ren joke. When like oh, spring has sprung and they have a sprung, and the sprung is like fuck, shut up, Ren. God,
shut up, Ren. No, you shut up, Sprong.
Spring has sprung.
There was a new police report. Police investigated reports of domestic violence between a Ren and their Sprong today down on Main Street.
It's grown on me. Some of these are grown on me. Epochs.
Sorry, I can't say police because it's default male. I have to say a police X. I have to say police X because I don't want to be overly specific.
But they have like policeman, policewoman, so police guy, a person, police X.
Policeman,
policeman. But
police ZZ.
Police ZZ. Police. Tis.
Oh wait, you say gendarme. Or wait, that might be gendered actually.
Ma'am, sir, tis. What is that?
I don't know.
Is that? I guess I just don't like the ones that I don't know where they come from.
First of all, frankly, too many of these have Z's and X's in them. Cringe.
They love
cringe letter.
They love
Try
those
hard.
letters.
Don't like them. Second of all, I'm sorry. Imagine you fucking go to a fancy ball. And you go to the and you're going in, and they're taking your coat, and they're like, and the fucking butler is like offers you an hors d'oeuvre and they say, caviar, tis, because they don't know your gender. I would kill myself.
Tis?
It's over.
Tis sounds like cuz, like it's too informal. Like ma'am, sir. Ma'am, sir doesn't sound like them.
It sounds like it was completely made up out of whole cloth, and the fact that I see no like connection to the existing vocabulary at all is the most annoying thing about it.
Tis this your hors d'oeuvre? Yes, it is. I think it's like
yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's like it's not. It's too similar to different words.
Yeah, I also agree with that as well.
Lord and Lady Lardy. Lardy is not a good way to say it.
Laird. Honestly, that one I understand. They're just kind of combining
Laird.
the words. Like, okay, I get it.
Milord.
Laird.
It's basically
Yeah,
you're trying
okay.
saying both of them at the same time.
I see the logic. Feel free to spread this, it says, and I did, so...
Spread it on some toast.
Yo, it's time for my oatmeal update. I got new flavors of better stevia, and none of them are as good as the old ones, so... That's it for this week's oatmeal update. The flavors I was somewhat disappointed by are lemon and hazelnut. They're fine. Did I mention I put raspberries in it? I tried raspberries
In oatmeal?
Yeah, like I put them in the vessel and I mashed them, and then I put the oatmeal in, mixed it as usual, added some Greek yogurt because it increases the protein. I replaced a little bit of it, what would have been almond milk. I had some Greek yogurt, and I added some stevia to the. And oh my god, the raspberries with the stevia in there. It was incredible, incredible, an incredible inclusion. I think I said on a previous episode, someone asked favorite fruit, and I was a little bit mixed on raspberries.
Yeah. I like them.
I've
They are very sharp though, so you do need that sugary.
I still wouldn't just eat them plain.
No,
I still think
you
just
need,
eating
you
them
need
plain,
with
they're a little
something
mushy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I liked that I mashed them up, and their flavor was included. It really worked. It really was doing a lot for me.
Yeah, raspberry swirl ice cream is very nice.
I'm gonna try getting strawberries. I'll try it with strawberries. I'll get some fresh ones and I'll mash them and mix them in and see how that works. It'll probably be pretty good.
Raspberry
Probably
yogurt.
be pretty good.
Raspberry yogurt is good.
Well, like I said, I had some yogurt in there.
That-
And it was it really worked.
You really did it.
Okay, that's my yogurt update.
The oat update turned into a yogurt update. Dang it, I said
Right.
yogurt like a fucking weirdo, like a freak. It's yogurt.
Yeah, colonize. Get colonized,
No.
biatch.
I'm so embarrassed.
Is it too early to talk about One Piece?
Do you have nothing else to talk about? What are you, a loser? Nothing else to talk about for a week?
Yes. Yes, what of it?
Now I have to show that I'm cooler by having something to talk about, but I can't. I can't bring anything forward.
No. I'll say
no.
my exercise routine is going really well. My squat, if you must know, thanks for asking. 220. I'm up to 220 on the squat. That's pretty good.
Nice. 220 squats.
Yeah. No, pounds. Oh, sorry. Kilograms.
Those are different denominations. Is it pounds or kilograms?
Whatever. Who's keeping track? 220 pounds. 220 pounds, which is good. 225 is the line for 2-plate. That's when I can officially say that I squat 2-plate, which is a good milestone. So I look good. Looking in the mirror. I weighed myself and I was like, oh damn, I gained some weight. But then I would look in the mirror and I was like, oh, but I don't look like I gained any weight.
He's got some muscle on you.
Actually, I look fucking ripped. And you know what it is? I think I'm taking more care with my diet this time. This time I'm like hitting like a certain amount of protein every day. I think I did not in previous times that I've been lifting. I think I did not take care to like make sure I was getting the protein I needed. And I think that probably hamstrung me considerably in terms of gains.
Yes. It's a very important aspect.
This time I'm serious. I'm serious about gains. And
you can't increase your bulk unless you put some bulk in your gob.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
We can put that on again.
Put that on the fucking cover of the Perfect Comic Party.
The Perfect Comic Party. It's bulk for your gob. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I guess the only thing I can talk about is I'm still doing that RuneScape challenge.
God, still?
Yeah. I go on every so often, a couple hours, listening to a video, and I'm like getting coal, and I'm mining, and hoo boy, I've got 33,000 pieces of coal right now.
I can't judge, because I did play Noita this week, against my better judgment.
See, the thing with Noita is you play a game and then you finish it. But with RuneScape, it never ends. I'm constantly gaining more power.
It's like if I was playing Noita, but I was continually just like, all right, now I'll get back in there and I'll go scavenge some more, some more fluids, some more rare fluids in my vessel.
My bank is getting filled with coal, and the bank teller's like, "What the fuck?" But they have to do it.
What's your aim? What's your next short term aim for RuneScape that you're collecting?
The big thing is the coal, because I need 235,000 coal for the challenge.
Remind me what the ultimate goal is again?
It's to get all of the materials I would need to switch to members and level fletching from level 1 to level 99 in one big go by gathering materials in free-to-play. Which is a stupid, very time-consuming way to do leveling fletching. But that's why it's fun. That's why it's silly.
I understand.
So I've got a bunch of coal to get, some adamantine ore, a bunch of runite ore. I think the next milestone might actually be hitting max level mining, because I've calculated that I will get that much, which is a lot, because the experience you need increases exponentially for each level. So it's a lot of mining. And I get 350 on average per hour. And so to get 200,000, it takes a little while. It takes a number of hours. And I'm probably gonna...
A number?
I can't remember. I think if I get...
what number?
If I get 1,000 coal, that's a little... I think that's 3 hours and a little bit. So if I play 3 hours a day, then I get 1,000 coal. Then I would need to play 3 hours a day for 200 days. Which is, mental arithmetic. You know? I can't do mental arithmetic, so I don't know what that
200 days? It's most of a year?
Yeah. If I play 3 hours a day, which I will not be able to do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking... I'm gonna have to... It's gonna take... playing through the whole Battle Network series is gonna take, several hundred hours of, actively playing the games. So that's gonna be... And, yeah... That's that, and I'm not going to be able to do that every day. I was hoping to do a couple hours a day, a couple times a week. So that would end up being, I don't know if it's 500 hours. Maybe it'll be 3. Well, let's see. If there's about 11 games in the series and they're all roughly around, say 25. Let's average it out to 25 hours. Let's call that 300 hours. And if I did 6 hours a week, two 3-hour sessions, that would come to 6 hours a week, so 50 weeks. Oh god, it'll take a whole fucking year!
Yeah. It's
over!
Maybe consider a lecture you can do in the meantime.
Oh, definitely. I was aware this would take a long time, and I was gonna have to do something else in the meantime. Speaking of which,
one last thing before I move on from RuneScape is that 350 coal per hour is the average based on my current mining level. But as I increase in level, the percentage chance to get coal per swing increases. So as I get to level 99, the average will get higher. So my calculations are going to be it's actually going to be a little less than my calculations would say. So it might not be a whole year. It might be that in 9 months it'll be done. Lamau.
That's great.
But that's only the coal. Then there's the chickens. I need to kill thousands upon thousands of chickens to get the feathers I need for the arrows.
Thank God.
I know, it's really silly. And I don't mind how long it takes.
Everybody needs a hobby, I guess.
Yeah. People they play a game. Whoa, they play a game and they enjoy themselves. And I'm playing RuneScape. What do you... Shut up.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. Shut up. Speaking of, a lecture to do in the meantime while I'm working on getting that ready. I am so close. I have only about 18 gigs left to download via torrent of the entire Digibro archive. I will soon be one of the few seeders of all the content in the Digibro archive, which is almost a terabyte of data. But actually, I think it's more than a terabyte.
What?
I
and you're gonna have that on hard drive,
and I'm gonna have. I think I basically got. I basically asked for an external hard drive for Christmas from my parents, specifically so I could store this stuff. Well, I started torrenting it, and then as I was torrenting it, I realized, I already have most of a lot of the space on my extra hard drive was taken up with the Mega Man stuff. I'm actually going to need another one. So I got another one, and it's pretty much all just going to go on there.
I can't wait for the OVA.
It's been weeks. It has been downloading for literally 6 weeks now, and it's finally about to be done today.
I can't wait for the OVA to be finished so that I can take all of that footage off the hard drive that I have. Just because I've kept it in as backup, Didn't want to delete it in case it was a catastrophic failure and someone needed to get the footage back.
Yeah. I mean, we should release the behind the scenes footage though. We should make that a bonus thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. There's behind the scenes meaning flubbed takes? Or you have all the raw footage, right? Oh, I don't want to look at it.
I understand. But I do think patrons would appreciate it and might find it funny.
I guess so. I'll see how the OVA shakes out. I don't know what takes are being used and what's already going to be seen. Yeah, I don't know how much unused footage there will be. Some takes we just did twice.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of camera running in between.
Might not be that much, I'm not sure.
We'll definitely do a commentary of it. There'll be something.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. I think that'll be funny and good. And I wish Kaiju would finish drawing the cover. I might give
him a bell, give him a ring, give him a little buzz.
I did a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Yep, I'll do it." Okay. I might just ask someone else. I asked someone else before, and they kind of never got back to me. And I sort of dropped it because it seemed like Kaiju was back on the case. I might ask them again, hey, do you want to draw the cover? Just for the cover.
What have you got so far? Just sort of, maybe they've done a little sketch and they just haven't got around to it.
Ed did a very rough sketch, almost not even really worth using. I had one person in mind who I thought would make a really good cover. Maybe I'll ask them again, because they said that they were kind of busy the last time I asked, but it's been a while, so. Yep.
I mean, whenever if you decide to talk to someone else, you should mention to Kaiju that you don't need their services. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, of course. If someone else agreed to do it, I'd be like, "Hey, dog, never mind. Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, you're done. Hey, I can pay you now." Kaiju told me he didn't want to be paid until he finished everything. That was his decision. So I haven't paid him anything. So I'm kind of like, wish he would do the cover so I could, one, so it would be done, and also so I could pay him. Again, that was his. He specifically said, "I would. I don't pay me until I've completed the task." Okay.
No, I don't know about that. I feel like you should pay someone.
That's what he said.
No, I mean, like, because if there's no money until they finish it, there's no... Well, I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know how, like, there's something in my brain that says they would do it more quicker if they were paid. Not because they were, like, I don't know. I feel like a little bit. I feel like a little bit that saying "don't pay me" is an excuse for taking a really long time on it. Maybe it's just insurance. Like, I don't know whether I'll have the time, which is fair enough. But still, everyone takes so dang long. This whole dojin's been like a really long process.
Yeah, a nightmare. I would have been happy to just pay on a page by page basis, but he didn't want me to.
Take the money, you fool.
I mean, he will hopefully at some point. If I get someone else to do the cover, I'll just tell him like, "Hey, never mind. Hey, I'm gonna pay you now. I'm paying you. I insist. I will pay you now and not later, no matter what you have to say about it." But I don't know. It's so close. It's literally the cover is the only thing left, I think. Okay. I'm out of stuff to talk about other than One Piece.
Okay, I guess One Piece.
Unless again, I feel like more happened this week.
Did you wake up?
Like I said, it felt like a lot happened, but I didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, what happened? Was there like an event? Did somebody vent? Was somebody sus?
Oh, I think we're rent striking. I think we're rent striking at my landlord.
Oh.
Because there's still rats in the house, and he has made like only the most cursory efforts to do anything about them. Totally inadequate.
That's a pretty good reason.
Yeah. So I think everyone is just not paying rent until he does something about it. I think that's the plan.
You got to stop the scabs coming in and paying rent for you.
Well, one guy is going to do that for sure.
We'll pay rent for everyone?
No. Oh, for everyone, no. There's one guy who's not here. Like, he's not even around. But he's still like technically renting a room, so he'll probably pay rent because like none of us have spoken to him. But like the rest of us, I think we all spoke and we're in agreement. Like we gotta stop paying rent until he does something about this. So I'll watch the. Fortunately, I can see it's there. It's public information for all of us. We can log in and we can see who has paid already. So I'll be able to see like if anyone breaks strike, like if other people pay, I won't be like the only one left because I'm not willing to be the only guy to do it. I need solidarity.
Solidarity.
Exactly.
If somebody pays rent, you know who to lynch. You know who to get.
Absolutely. So if everyone caves, then I will also cave. But I'm not going to be the first one. I'm going to wait until other. I'm not crossing the picket line.
First person who does will be hanging from the tree by a harbor reinforced cable with their boots on.
Yes, good. They'll.
And then the landlord will be like, I love the reference.
Cool. The landlord will be like, I love the reference. Yeah, I know I'm a landlord, but like I'm still a little bit of like a base socialist, like I play Disco Elysium.
They play Disco Elysium and they're on the side of the strike breakers.
Yeah, they're
the union busters.
They're an ultra liberal. They're what's the other one?
Omega liberal?
No, you haven't met. There's one guy in particular who what's it called? Moral intern, the moral intern.
What's that mean?
Ultra liberal is like libertarian, like economics. Moral intern is like a sort of interventionist sort of like we have to control the economy, we have to like regulate the economy to make sure that nothing. I think you're close to meeting someone who will explain moral intern probably better than I can. It's all about the price stabilité. You must maintain the price stabilité, Gib. Oh. You got to keep inflation under 2%, just under, never stabilité. Over. The price stabilité. If price of bread goes up, that's it. It's over. Did you see that fucking drawing of the girl from fucking Spy Family at Auschwitz?
What?
Dog shit. It's dog shit.
I don't know.
Artist is a hack. Oh,
Spy Family is that's the relatively new anime with the
pink girl.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
It's that one artist who likes to draw like, haha. They always, this is their shtick. They'll paint a popular anime character, a cute anime girl, and when you look at it for a second, it's kind of just like a normal drawing of a cute anime girl, and then you notice some background details that suggest some dark shit going on, like they're being domestically abused, or they're getting a blowjob under the table, or haha, she's going to Auschwitz. It's so random. It's so random and dark and edgy and funny.
Yeah, I think I know what artist that is.
It's just lame. I don't like it. And I think a lot of people, honestly, I read the replies and a lot of people seemed like offended, and they were like genuinely a lot of them were like, you can't post this on freaking Holocaust Remembrance Day. And like, okay, I guess I get that. But like that's not where I'm at with it. Where I'm at with it is that like I can't possibly feel anything about it. Because it's so like there's no, it doesn't mean anything. Like it's just all noise and no signal.
It's a lot of their work, assuming we're talking about the same person, a lot of their work just sort of feels like, oh, this is an edgy teenager. This is an edgy teenage boy mentally, and they want to say the N-word so bad. They love the idea of saying the N-word, but they can't do it.
I drew a popular waifu with Vladimir Putin. Isn't that so fucked up? It works too. Like people get mad at it, and that's what they want. And I wish, I don't know. It's really dumb. It's a really dumb shtick.
Yeah. Get better material.
Whatever. I just want to complain. Just want to complain about some shit that I don't like, and that's one of them. But I'm not triggered. Though. I promise.
I don't know. Your voice is trembling.
Don't print in the news that I'm triggered. I mean that I wasn't triggered. I mean shit. No, I like the Holocaust. Actually, it's good. Actually,
clip that, everybody.
Trust me, that's not the problem. Trust me. It's not the problem.
Who's that?
I don't know. That was me trying to emulate like hey, if I was a YouTuber and I was reading a script and I thought the script is getting boring, maybe I should punch it up by having a zoom in on my face and like I make my voice really deep for a second, and maybe I like reverse the colors or something. That's what that was. In case you couldn't tell.
I sure, yeah.
In case it wasn't blindingly obvious. I guess they're continuing Rick and Morty without Justin Roiland. Lol.
Yeah, I saw like people's reactions to the news. I never looked up the news. Justin Roiland did a sexual harassment or something.
I thought he beat his wife.
Oh, I have no idea then. How do you do Rick and Morty without Justin Roiland? Isn't that like that's?
I kind of
the voices. I guess you could.
You're right. That's kind of is the show. That's kind of like the heart and soul of the show. Is
the
voices
like
of Rick and Morty.
The voices and the delivery is. I mean, I know you can emulate it. You can get a guy who does the voice, but like the sense of humor as well.
I feel like it's gonna be. The new season's gonna come out, and everyone's gonna be able to tell. Everyone's going to be able to tell it's not the same.
Oh, hey,
and it's going to be
Morty.
really embarrassing.
Hey, Morty, burp. It's me, Reich.
Reich.
They just changed their names.
I'm German. I'm Morty. It's me. I'm not Rick. I'm German Rick. I'm Reich Morty. I'm the Reich.
Rick and Morty comes back, but it's just like super right wing now. Justin Roiland's gone, and it's worse.
You thought Justin Roiland was bad. He was gatekeeping out the worst and most toxic elements. You don't know how bad it could have been without him. You'll wish we had Justin back. I
haven't been keeping up with the show. There was like
I didn't watch the last season.
Last season I watched was the one where there was the finite curve, and like the Morty robot Morty guy, he went through to the different dimension where there's no Rick or something.
I don't.
The central finite curve was like a lore thing with like Rick Sanchez has the portal gun that only goes to other universes where Rick is the coolest guy, and it blocks out all the universes where Rick is not that. And so the Mortiest Morty,
kind of funny.
Not the Mortiest Morty, but like the evil Morty, does the thing where he turns the Sanctuary of Ricks or whatever into like a way to zap himself into a universe that doesn't have Rick as the coolest guy, and then Morty could be the coolest guy or something. He escaped. He escaped the curse of Rick. And I was like, oh, wow. Cool. Wonder what they're going to do with that. And I didn't follow up. I wonder if they did something. I wonder if it was good. I don't know if it is.
I think I heard, I kind of saw people being mostly, like, positive about the latest season, like, not that long ago, I think.
Yeah.
Not sure.
I'll go back and watch it, but, like, that's funny. That's funny that Justin Roiland fucked everything up by being terrible.
I think he did, like, felony domestic abuse. I think that's what it was. I mean, I think he also was, like, sexting minors, but I don't think that's what, like, the legal charges are about. I think? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm not gonna talk out my ass.
Whatever. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if Rick and Morty gets canceled. I don't care if Justin Roiland gets fired.
They peaked with Pickle Rick. It's okay.
They peaked with Pickle Rick. It's fine. You know what? I don't even like shows anyway, so when they get canceled, I think it's good. It makes me happy.
People keep on trying to show me stuff. I'm like, nothing, please. No, more content.
Unironically, yes, only people have stopped trying to show me. Just what I like
Oblivion. I like The Abyss.
I like Oblivion too. That guy always makes good voicemails. That guy's always making a good, funny voicemail. Hey, remember
of a video game?
Hey, remember like last week in the voicemails when Tin Can Man revealed himself to have been Oblivion Fall all along?
No, it's not true. It was a trick.
Well, I I was I went on I was on the Drawcast. We did the edgy characters Drawcast, which I'm not sure if that's out yet or when it will be out. Actually, I forgot to follow up on that. But I was on that and we recorded it, and during the course of it I asked Oblivionfall about it, or I mentioned it, and Oblivionfall was like, "What the hell? Some guy asked me to say that like months ago, and I forgot about it."
Oh, he got played.
So
That's funny.
He mentioned something, and I mentioned, "Oh yeah, that voicemail you did," and he was like, "What voicemail? I didn't do a voicemail." And I was like, "Yeah, you did. You said you had been Tin Can Man all along." And he was like, "What?" Yeah,
I can't believe Tin Can Man was the mastermind behind that one.
Outplayed, outmatched, outgunned.
So powerful. We were so we didn't expect that much of Tin Can Man, but we
saw it coming.
We were shown up. He's a genius.
He is a genius. You put it like that. I'm watching my Digi archive. It is 5 parts. 4 of them are complete. The biggest one, part 4, which is called Collaboration, is still downloading. It has been downloading for 6 weeks and 6 days.
Fuck.
It is 668 gigabytes. I'm not sure I don't think it's on my end, but like the connection keeps like popping in. The download keeps stopping and starting and stopping and starting. But it is at 650 gigabytes of 668 gigabytes have been downloaded, at 97.2%. It is so close, I could taste it.
What does collaborations mean? Is that like
I think
videos
it means like
in which she appears in other people's videos or with other people in them?
I guess so.
Does that include the PCP?
I don't know. Maybe.
It maybe includes all the pub crawl.
This is like by far the biggest. I think that one of the other parts is 400 gigs, and then all the other ones are like 100. Like the other ones are like much smaller.
There's like the pub crawl, and there's appearances on the Dick Show, and like I'm trying to think of like how is it so much bigger?
Well, no, there was one of the other parts is called, okay, well the parts are 1, the Digi Collective, which I'm pretty sure means the main channel. And then part 2 is other Digi channels, which I think means, like other
Digi After Dark, Digi Does Anime, all those things.
Yeah. And then part 3 is called Featuring Digi, which I would assume means like appearances on in other people's videos on other people's channels. And then part 4 is called Collaboration, which I would kind of think that Featuring Digi would be a part of that, but I guess not.
Maybe it's the other way around, like Digi featuring others.
Well, why wouldn't that go on Digi Collective?
Don't I fucking know.
Yeah, I don't really get it. And then part 5 is called miscellaneous content, which I don't know what.
Maybe collaborations is like Digibros and Vic, not Vic and Hope. Well, I guess Digibros and then Digi and May.
Other Digi channels is by far that can't be After Dark because it's by far the smallest. It's only 40 gigs. Featuring Digi is 118, miscellaneous is 179, Digi Collective 476, collaboration 668.
Well, have fun looking at them.
In case you wondered, but hey, if anyone is thinking about getting the Digi archive for their very own, if you torrent it, I will be seeding it because I will have it as of very soon. So you're welcome.
All right. Before we get to One Piece, I need to pee again.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. Okay, so a couple people are replying to my tweet about May with some choice screenshots of her tweets. Okay.
Well, now I gotta go and look.
Just a couple of she like recently retweeted Sneeko. Do you know who Sneeko is?
Sounds like a sneaky guy.
I think he's a streamer. I guess he's popular now. Seems like a little bit of a fash, honestly. Seems like kind of a scumbag fashoid.
Wait,
pretty
Amanda
much
Morris
all
has
I know.
absconded.
Yes.
It's a funny word
That is
to
that
use.
is a funny word. That is a funny word. He also
I can't
called
help
May's
but think of
sis-
Homestuck when I hear it, when I see it.
He also called May's sister a slattern. No, he called her slatternly, which is an interesting
You get the fucking thesaurus out for this?
Yeah.
Radcon 5 soon. It's just unrelated.
Yeah, true. This guy says, why aren't they married? So why is it not my wife absconded, Amanda Ralph absconded? Why does he say... Oh, I guess he probably says Amanda Morris. I mean, he probably says that because in other tweets he says, like, you know, not my wife, she's just a whore, goddamn. That's probably why he's using her maiden name. Since you mention it, it's gotta be that, like, she just wanted to get married for some sort of legal or financial reason and then take the first opportunity to abscond. I'm using his word, but whatever. It's gotta be that. It makes the most sense. The timing is, like... The timing's perfect.
I guess I just don't know what you can gain.
I think it's gotta be alimony. It's gotta be alimony. Payments. Yeah, I think so. I think probably being legally married makes a better case.
How would you go about getting alimony?
Well, I don't exactly know how it works.
You don't run away, you just get a divorce, right?
Well, yes, but I mean, she probably wanted to run... I mean, this is total speculation, but what I'm thinking is maybe she had wanted to run away for a while, but was like, well, if I run away before we get married, it'll be harder to get alimony. So I just need to put up with it until we get married, and then once we're legally married, I can abscond, and then because absconding is what I want, then I can do it, and only then once I've absconded, we can start the legal proceedings for divorce. I think.
I have a strong feeling that this was not planned. I feel it's like I mentioned it just because.
Yeah.
But like how? Like what?
My version makes more sense, but maybe that's not what I should be looking for in this situation. Maybe that's not the most sensible way to try and interpret these people's actions.
Well, now let's actually talk about One Piece.
Let's actually talk about One Piece. I did actually read it ahead of time.
Same.
This week.
We've done it.
Yeah, at last. I mean, I guess the
One Piece Corner.
One Piece Corner begins at whatever timestamp this is, and will end at another time
in the future.
Down in the description, you could see ahead of time, if you want to skip it. So spoilers. All right, here we go.
So chapter 1073, Miss Buckingham Stussy.
Is it just a coincidence that you mentioned Weevil? Like, you mentioned Weevil a couple weeks ago, and I was like, who the heck is that?
I keep things like that in my brain just because it's like there's so much going on in One Piece, and Weevil is like such a big, like, wow, what a thing, and then you don't hear about him for arcs and arcs, months and months, years and years. It's like, wow, when is he gonna come back in? Because he has to.
Well, he's freaking back.
He's freaking
back.
Let's talk about the cover page first, though. We got the Mads scientists, and we got.
Oh, wait a minute!
Vegapunk.
Mads scientists. I get it.
Oh my god! Even though I didn't get that as I said it.
As you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. I think that's probably the joke. Mads scientists. Yeah.
So last week they were like, haha, look at all our evil plans, evil inventions. And then Vegapunk comes with a peaceful invention that stops tanks from being able to shoot. It turns gunpowder into flowers.
Oh, that's sweet. I didn't even think about it. I just glossed over this one.
And I think he wins the prize.
Yeah, Vegapunk receives the
Ibel prize.
The Ibel prize.
Instead of the Nobel?
I guess so, yeah. For the GP, the gunpowder flower. Aw, what a precious man. What a sweet, precious man, who I hope will not betray our heroes.
Yeah. I guess this is like a hint that he's been a good guy generally.
This seems like he's a pretty good guy. I mean, I guess he's friends with, like, the giants of Elbaf and freaking Porcus D. Sol. Not Porcus D. Sol, what was his name? Sol D.
Oh, Jaguar D. Sol.
Jaguar D. Sol, yeah. So, I mean, I guess he's probably a good guy.
Okay,
he's friends with cool dudes.
Yeah. Okay, so, Kaku got bit by the clone of Miss Buckingham's Stussy. We have discovered she's a vampire.
Yeah.
Lucci stands no chance. She gets him with a lipstick, a Kairoseki sea stone lipstick, bites him as well.
Oh, I get it. She bit him, and her sea stone lipstick
allowed her to bite him to get through the haki, and because it weakens devil fruit users.
So,
I think that's the implication.
Okay. Well, I mean, would she need that just to bite him? I thought it was that the sea stone lipstick is what, like, put him out, because she had sea stone on her lips for the bite.
No, I think it's pretty universally used as like a way to stop a devil fruit user to hurt them more is to use sea stone. Like some of the guys, the Marines have like sea stone bullets very occasionally.
Yeah,
and Luffy can't touch those; they'll hurt him, so he has to dodge them instead. He can't he can't balloon them away like regular bullets.
Yeah,
it hasn't been used that much. I think it was used a little bit in like Whole Cake.
Okay,
vaguely remember that.
So she's clearly not a devil fruit user then, because she can wear sea stone lipstick.
No, she doesn't wear it. She picks it up and stabs it into his neck to so she's not touching it, he's touching it, and then she can use him in his weakened state. She can bite into his skin and do stuff. Get him. I don't know what her bite does, but seems to knock them out, at least.
Well, hang on. She says sea stone. Oh wait, she pops the lipstick. She says, "Oh yeah." She like puts it. She like puts it on his neck. I see. Yes. Does sea stone negate hockey too?
I don't think it negates hockey. I think it just makes devil fruit users weaker, so it's more difficult to do anything.
Yeah.
Like you can't like physically overpower the effects of it. If you fall in the water, you sink. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you're a devil fruit user, the power of the sea makes you completely immobile. And so like a little bit of
the power of the primordial nature that is the sea that wants to hold devil fruit users down from achieving the dreams of
yeah, I forgot about all that that shit. That confusing
yeah. The sea, it doesn't want you to reach up.
The sea
to the sky
hates fruit
of dreams.
And the fruit is all about what if humans wanted to fly? They unlock the humans' potential to do whatever they want.
To become rubber and things. The sea hates fruit, and the fruit is dreams. And man eats fruit and go up. And sea do not like man go up.
And that's why the sea is at the bottom of the land.
Sea does not like ZZ. Sea does not like ZZ go up. So we understand. We understand where the sea is coming from.
Yes, so Stussy takes him out. And it's not just... I don't know why I didn't think of this. I guess it was just sort of so out of left field. But she was the lady on the phone that Vegapunk called earlier.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So she's the secret person on the island that could help them. which is quite
Pretty
a
good.
coincidence.
They freaking
I guess
got
it's
it.
not a coincidence, but it's just sort of like she is working for like how many years?
Yeah, I mean,
as like a person undercover for all these things, and she's a clone loyal to Vegapunk, just like the Seraphim.
yeah, I guess so.
But the Seraphim are different, more stronger.
The Seraphim are different, more stronger. Zoro says he sees humanity in little baby Mihawk. So, like, he seems to think the Seraphim are not like, they're not like automatons.
Yeah.
They could potentially maybe try to break their programming if they wanted to.
Yeah, this is just like Mega Man.
I would say it is very, yes, oh my god, just like Mega Man collecting the Robot Master's powers.
On closer inspection, you're not the same. You actually have a spark of humanity still. I don't know whether that means Mihawk has no humanity. But I guess, well, actually, no. I think he's saying you're not the same. Like, the Seraphim are not the same guy. They're not the same soul. They have individuality still.
Yeah, I think he's saying, like, you're not just a robot taking commands.
Yeah. What the hell are you? Yeah, so the Seraphim nearly kill everyone. But it's okay, because they managed to get a little command out, and then they take the command, and then they're here.
Well,
and they're standing still.
Well, Stussy commands them to stop. Well, doesn't Stussy say...
it's what's his... The little guy. Edison. He manages to say it. They think he exploded, but then Sanji saved him at the last second.
Yes, okay. I see. So, because Vegapunk's orders supersede CP0's.
Yeah.
But because Stussy couldn't... Stussy has the same clearance as Lucci, which means that she could not override Lucci's commands.
Yeah, wait,
That's what they say, but, like, if they're the same, why couldn't one
where does she
cancel
say
the
that?
other?
My authority level is the same, so I can't override his orders. That's odd. I guess there must be a rule there that, like, if a person from a certain level of authority says something, that another person of the same level can't confuse them by saying something else. And that's the idea. Like, it has to be a person higher up the chain to say something.
It has to be the person higher up the chain, and also the first person on that level of the chain gets to set the commands, and then no one else on that same command level gets to supersede them.
Yeah, I guess
Stupid.
It's an odd way to work.
Dumb.
I guess it just means whatever. It gives an excuse for a thrilling moment where Edison nearly got blowed up.
It's true. And I would have been so devastated if he got blowed up. So the stakes truly were raised in that moment.
And then they're docile, and then it turns out Vegapunk's main body has vanished.
Yeah.
And they can't find Bonnie either. Bonnie obviously has just found the memory of Kuma.
Oh, right.
We don't know whether she touched it. She looked like she was going to. And I guess we don't know at the moment what's going on with them.
No
vanished,
updates on that.
Because it says vanished as in, like, they're gone. But it could just mean they can't find them. But, like, I feel like vanished implies that they've actually gone somewhere somehow.
My translation that I read says, however an event will occur, the disappearance of Dr. Vegapunk, which merely implies that they cannot find him, to me.
Right.
So
I got another thing to say, but I'll wait until the end of the chapter.
Okay.
So then we switch over to Sphinx New World, Whitebeard's hometown, where Marco lives.
Does he live there?
Yeah, he lived there. Well, he's a doctor there, and everyone knows him there. I assume he lives there, because after the Whitebeard pirates broke up, he settled down there, which is where he's been seen since Whitebeard's death. So I assume so, but I think in the interim where Marco had left to go to Wano,
Yeah, he was out doing like missions and like giving people messages and stuff.
yeah, he was out at Wano, flying around, and then the Marines came. Those nasty, stinky Marines with the rat face.
This like catfish man.
Oh yeah,
I think he looks like a fish man.
yeah, yeah.
And
so they're
gonna shoot some kids.
This is like old school Marines from like Arlong Park.
It is
the old school like, haha, we're evil and nasty, and we'll just fuck with innocent bystanders.
A child? How dare you? What if we shoot you one by one? Wouldn't that make you cry? Yeah.
And then fucking Balam, Edward Weevil, comes in with the Whitebeard weapon. I don't know if it's the same one. It might not be the same weapon. Oh yeah,
he's
but
got
it
the
looks
big
like it.
glaive thing. Yeah, true.
I forget if he already had one like that.
I thought they left Whitebeard's like on his grave.
Yeah, I don't think.
I guess he could have retrieved it.
He could have retrieved it. I feel like it maybe would have been mentioned, but he could have already had a glaive similar.
Yeah,
because I can't remember the last time we saw him what he looked like.
Nah, me either.
But yeah, he's a strong guy. He makes all the Marines run away, and he's protecting his father's hometown. So he believes that he is the son of Whitebeard. We still don't know actually, because it's not really corroborated by most of other people. Most other people just believe that it's a lie perpetrated by the lady that he's always with to get Whitebeard's money as a scam.
It could be true. It could be true. Maybe
it would be
true.
Cool.
I don't
it
know.
Would be cool if it's true, because God, there's the lady is Miss Buckingham Stussy.
Yeah,
she is a scientist.
So this is the lady, the same lady who is the clone. Her clone is betraying CP0 on Egghead right now. Her original form is the mom of Weevil.
Former member of the Rocks Pirates, which leads a lot of credence to the idea that she could have sired a child.
Yeah, definitely.
Of Whitebeard's, because he was also on the crew.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt.
She's so old, though. I guess Weevil would be old, too.
You mean Whitebeard?
No, Weevil. I don't know how old Weevil is. He's such a beast-looking guy. You don't really know how...
Yeah, I mean, he could be he could be 18, or he could be, like, 30. It's hard to tell.
But yeah, she's not only a scientist, part of the Rocks Pirates. So all of this stuff with the mad scientists and...
Is she in any of the cover
Pirates
art, like the intro? I don't
think
we've seen her.
I don't think we've seen her in those.
Yeah,
It's
those same three. Germa and Caesar. And that guy who may or may not be
the artist potentially known as Queen.
The artist potentially known as Queen. Yeah.
And yeah, she would be there. I guess they didn't want to spoil surprise for this moment. Because if they showed what Stussy looked like, it would be obvious that Stussy is the Stussy that is currently in the comic.
You think it would be obvious?
Well, it might not be obvious, but like the idea is it's characters we haven't seen young before, looking young, but Stussy as a clone is young. And so she would, like, theoretically, she would look the same in those flashback cover images.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you'd be like,
honestly, that would make me... Honestly, that would have made me be like, what? Why does she look the same? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
But
hasn't it been a while? Vegapunk's old.
Vegapunk's...
And now we see, she is old. She looks great as well. I love her, like, her gnarly old hands with all the rings on them.
I was shocked and horrified by this revelation. Seems like he probably is Whitebeard's son, honestly. If she was a rocks pirate and all that, just seems perfectly reasonable.
Okay, so besides,
you think
the
she
fact
knows
that-
she has a clone? Who knows?
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. Besides the fact that is a revelation that this character we've only seen like a couple times before is very relevant to the effect of the events happening right now, is that Weevil protected those kids, protected the town, but then they sent Admiral Ryokugyu, the new admiral, who I think has been revealed. I can't remember what he looks like. Let me just... I think he arrived at the end of Wano, and he tried to bully Momonosuke and the guys.
Mm.
And he was like, what was he, like a vine guy?
Wait, Weevil did?
No, Ryokugyu, the new admiral.
Fuck.
Let me just...
There's a new admiral?
Yeah, because Aokiji left, and then Akainu got promoted to the fleet admiral. So there's 3. One of them is Kizaru.
There's Kizaru, and there's the purple monkey
Purple
guy.
Man from Dressrosa, and then there's this guy who was only revealed at the very end of Wano after everyone had been defeated. Remember this guy?
Yeah, I totally forgot about this guy.
Yeah, so that's the reveal of that guy. That guy apparently took Weevil away, which means that
he got like arrested after this altercation with the
Marines. Yeah, so they sent Admiral Ryokugyu. He took Weevil away, which means because right now does
it say that in this chapter?
She says it. Miss Stussy, old lady, says that Ryokugyu came as backup, and they stole Weevil away.
Oh, Navy Admiral Greenbull came here. Okay.
Greenbull, that's the other name for him.
Right.
Yeah, we're reading different scans.
Yeah.
So Weevil is presumably with him, or he could have been taken to Impel Down, but I think the implication here is that because the admirals have been called with all of these warships to Egghead, is that Greenbull, along with Weevil, are on their way with all of the other warships and Kizaru and Purple Man.
So I thought it was just. Is it not just Kizaru who's going there? Like, I know Kizaru is going there. I thought he was the only one.
You know, I can't remember if maybe they didn't say all the admirals would be there. I feel like it's such a big thing because we see it could just be Kizaru actually. Like he's the one heading it.
Yeah.
But the fact is that we scroll down a bit, one of the 5 elders is on one of the special boats.
Is he going there also? Oh wait, he's talking to Kizaru, so...
Yeah, Kizaru is there.
Yeah.
And there's one of the 5 elders of Marijois making a move for the first time.
Fucking Jay Garcia, Saint J. Garcia Saturn.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that name.
I think it's a reference to like a musician.
Is it Jerry Garcia?
Jerry Garcia.
Let me look up what he looks like.
There's a chapter notes thing in the scan.
It's
Saturn's name might refer to 2 unrelated musicians, Jerry Garcia. There's also a Russell Garcia who wrote a song called "The Lost Souls of Saturn."
Okay.
So it could be.
This is what Jerry Garcia looks like, and it looks like a match to me.
Yeah.
So.
J. Garcia Saturn could be a combination, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I wanted to mention earlier, the Seraphim, the whole thing with like, they listen to the 5 elders above Vegapunk.
Oh,
and
they
it
got
just so
one.
happens that a 5 elder is coming there, probably explicitly because of this thing. They need him so that he can control the Seraphim, which are the most powerful guys.
Because they said that even if they hear the voice of a 5 elder Gorosei over the transponder snail, they won't
count.
It doesn't count. But does it not count because it's over a transponder snail? I thought they were saying that it doesn't count because in the case of the Seraphim specifically, the order is different, and Vegapunk outranks the Five Elders in ordering them specifically. But they did mention the transponder snail, so maybe it is just that he has to be there in person.
I think that the idea is above Vegapunk is the Five Elders, but when I read that the first time, I was like, yeah, but when are they going to be in Marijois?
Yeah.
When are they going to see a Five Elder? Well, now he's coming, and I think he's coming because they know that that's how they work.
I think that is almost definitely true. I had thought what they said. I had thought they had explained it as like, yeah, normally a Gorosei would trump them in the order of ordering them, but like actually they don't for some reason in this specific case. But the fact that he's here means like this has to be relevant, and it probably does. They're making so much of this fucking order of like who commands the Seraphim.
Yeah, and I think it's not just like you can't order them through like electronic communication, regardless of who you are. You have to be in front of them. They have to hear it and see it from you.
I think that makes sense. And okay. So
I get this will be
once
interesting.
Once this guy
because
gets there, it's yeah.
It'll be interesting on a couple ways because we just saw that Edison almost got blown up because they're so powerful, so quick. It's hard to get a word in if they're trying to kill you, but to tell them to stop, even though you have the authority. They don't recognize the authority; they just recognize the order. So is one of the Five Elders? Are we going to see them fight? Is he going to be really quick? Is he going to be super strong? Or is he just going to be an old man? How are they going to do it?
Yeah. Dude, that'll be fucked up to see like a Gorosei like in a battle.
Even just for half a second so he can get his
order out.
His order out.
Yeah.
I feel like because of there being so many warships, the Marines are going to like hold them off so that he can say his thing, and he's not going to lift a finger, which is going to be characteristic of that sort of a character. That's what I
would think. Yeah. But
yeah,
but you never know. He could have a devil fruit.
God, that I feel like that I don't want everyone to have a devil fruit.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the Gorosei just being some guys who are in control.
They're just guys who have a lot of political power, and they just tell other people by their word they cause wars to happen and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got all these warships coming. Vegapunk, the CP0 have been nullified for now. The Seraphim are on the side of the Straw Hats, presumably going to get on the boat with the rest of the Vegapunks and Stussy and leave, but we can't find the actual Vegapunk. And I think that's going to be the thing that holds them up long enough for the warships to get here. And then there's going to be a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I see.
Because it seemed like, they have the Seraphim, CP0 are taken out, they can just go.
Yeah.
But then Vegapunk is nowhere to be found. Are they lost? Are they teleported somewhere?
Where were they trying to go with Vegapunk?
Where are they trying to go? What do you mean?
Well, they were going to the ship, but they were going to leave Egghead.
They were going to get Vegapunk.
Where are they going? Where are they trying to go? They're just trying to get out of there, wherever
they're just trying to get out of there. Vegapunk was like, I've discovered something about the Void Sentry or something, and it's like bad information the government doesn't want me to know. I gotta get out of here, and it just so happens that the Straw Hats arrive at the perfect time to help him escape. So there's no goal other than get the fuck out.
Sensible.
I really hope they use a coup de burst to fly over the warships.
Oh, yes.
We haven't seen that in a while.
The classic coup de burst. I gotta admit, it helps me a lot to understand like what's going on to have these discussions, because kind of all I really took away from reading the chapter was like, oh yeah, Weevil's still here, and Agorase is around, interesting, and oh, Weevil's mom is the clone lady.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't really think about like what this means for like the state of the battle, but I mean, like actually, yeah, there actually are pretty big implications for like how this is going to go down.
And I don't want to let it leave my head that there's a rescue operation with Garp trying to get Kobe from
Kobe.
Blackbeard, and Weevil has been taken by Red Bull, Green Bull, not Red Bull.
Red Bull.
from Rokyo Yo, don't know how to say his name.
Yeah.
So and if there's all these warships, potentially other admirals, because if they asked for Garp to be at this thing and he says, no, I'm going to help Kobe instead, like they needed Garp, they might need the other admirals. I don't think Akainu is there.
Isn't Akainu at like HQ?
He's at HQ. He was getting like phone calls and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, Fujitora is. Do you remember where Fujitora was?
I don't think we've seen Fujitora since Dressrosa. I believe he's just not been around. Yeah. He's still an admiral, as far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they would need 2 new ones because Aokiji left and Akainu was promoted. So
yeah. And Sengoku retired or whatever.
Yeah. Sengoku retired. Akainu became the new. Is it called Fleet Admiral?
Admiral, yeah.
Yeah.
The highest position of the Marines.
Green Bull and I think it's Green Bull and Purple Monkey, or Purple something.
Dragon.
I don't think it's Dragon, or is Kizaru Yellow Monkey?
I forget the names like that. Let's have a little Google.
Fujitora is purple something, and Aokiji is blue. I think Aokiji is probably blue dragon. No.
Issho, better known by his alias Fujitora, is an admiral in the Marines. Where's purple? He's got to be the purple man.
Does he wear purple? I mean, I haven't seen him like drawn.
Yeah, he wears purple.
The manga's in black and white.
I watched a bit of Dressrosa anime. I tried to watch the anime. I think it was just a little slow going, just generally.
Okay. Kizaru is Yellow Monkey. Fujitora is Wisteria Tiger, but Wisteria is like a purple flower, so yeah.
Oh, Fujitora, literally meaning Wisteria Tiger, I see, is in Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, Aokiji was Blue Pheasant, and Akainu is Red Dog. Okay.
Nice color-coded villains.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
they're all big.
I found doing the podcast was quite fun to like wrap my head around some of the longer, like some of the things that just sort of leave your mind when they're not happening in front of you, and then they come back and it's like, whoa, it's like, what the fuck.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good to have the discussion so I could like wrap my head around stuff that was happening week to week.
Honestly, when I just read it, there's like so much. It kind of just leaves my head, and I kind of just don't even bother to try. I kind of just don't even bother like trying to keep it all in because like I know I can't do it.
I pride myself on remembering some stuff. It's fun. I like complicated, extremely complicated stories. I really like the Pirates of the Caribbean. When in like 2 and 3, when they just kept getting weirder and stranger, I was like, fuck yeah, I understand. Nobody else did. They were all like, what? Huh? Where's the crabs come from?
I don't think I saw that one. Don't think I saw past like the second one.
No, the third one carries from the second one. It's like the continuation of that Davy Jones story.
I definitely saw the second one with Davy Jones.
Yeah, and the third one is Davy Jones Part 2. You gotta watch it. It's great. I love it. It's pirates. I love pirates so much.
Pirates are good, I guess.
Oh, one last thing we didn't mention.
Mm-hmm.
Stussy, old. I don't know how to talk about
yes,
Stussy.
True.
Old Stussy says that Vegapunk will know how to prove that Weevil is Whitebeard's son.
Oh.
I guess that means that the technology, DNA technology, is not widely known and used.
Interesting. Let me see here.
But it could mean something more deep than that, because we see Weevil has a lot of scars on him. Is he a construct? Is he like a freak made of the DNA of Whitebeard?
Yeah, I mean...
Is he the first... Is he like a clone of Whitebeard, just like Stussy was a clone?
She could mean that, like, he can do a paternity test. Or she could mean that, like, he knows something about, like, Weevil's history that is, like, he can vouch for it.
I think the fact that there's like Stussy is already one of the Rocks pirates cloned perfectly could mean that another Rocks pirate was unsuccessfully cloned and they made like a freak Frankenstein's Weevil.
Oh. Does he
Vegapunk's
have like
Weevil?
Does Weevil? I mean, he's got. I don't know if there's scars. Yeah, is he like? Yeah, could he be like a patchwork man? Like they put pieces of him together out of like pieces of Whitebeard or something?
He could be. I think it wouldn't be as simple as just like an inheritance dispute. I think the fact that this Stussy is like a scientist and Vegapunk knows the secret could lead to some sort of clone attempt that didn't really work.
You know, that's... Yeah, you're almost certainly right. This is... Yeah, there's like weird paternity shit going on there. Cloning is involved. What else could I say? Cloning is almost certainly involved.
I'm sort of like, because the Gorosei is coming, at least this guy, and his ability to take over the Seraphim, I feel like it's likely that the Straw Hats might escape, but not with the Seraphim. And the Seraphim will put up a fight because he's there somehow, gets in contact with them. The Marines take over Egghead and Vegapunk and his Vegapunkettes. Probably some of them will die.
Definitely.
But some of them will live and they'll run away. But I think Seraphim are they're not gonna be helping the Straw Hats on the ship. I feel like they're staying here. Somehow.
I mean, Zoro says he sees humanity. So, I mean, is it just going to be like at some point, like are the Seraphim gonna, they have to, follow the Gorosei's orders, but maybe at some point they'll be like, I don't like this. Actually, I want to be a good guy.
Maybe they'll be taken to Marijwa as like super bodyguards, and then the special secret, something really inspirational will happen. Luffy will be so based, and then they'll hear about it on the Denden Mushi on the radio, and they'll be like, you know what? Fuck the Gorosei, and then they kill them all. They kill them all right there. They got guys on the inside.
It would be really funny if that's how they did. They were just like, literally Luffy does something cool on the radio, and they're all just like, oh, that's neat. Hey, maybe slavery is bad, and then they just kill the 5 presidents. Okay, yeah, revolution. I love One Piece. It's good. I can't believe a comic is good.
So and then there's the fucking laser beam from space that potentially killed Sabo. Are they going to use that laser beam on Egghead?
Wait, what did they blow up with that again? Which island?
It was just an island Sabo was seen like hiding in after he escaped Marijwa. Because it it was like, oh, he killed King Cobra from Alabasta. That was the story anyway. We don't know what happened, but that's what's the story. And then ran away. He was in hiding, and then they, like, from space or from the sky, blasted it with a giant laser.
If they have a giant space laser, what do they need buster calls for?
Because it takes a while to power up the laser. Maybe it's like, it's hard to hide the existence of a giant laser, so they don't want to do it all the time. Because if people like, that island used to exist and then it suddenly doesn't, that's a bit weird.
The giant space. I kind of forgot about the giant space laser, but that definitely happened, and it deserves some consideration. Probably there will be consequences to that.
It's sort of interesting, though, because it's like, it implies that Sabo learned information that is even more dangerous than what Vegapunk has figured out. Because they're not using that here. They could have. Probably.
Yeah,
like, what the hell did Sabo learn?
But I mean, maybe it's not a space laser. Maybe it's like somebody's fruit power, and they have to be there to do it.
I think it's more likely that it's one of the ancient weapons that the world government has control of.
Yeah, that's...
Like, the idea of these ancient weapons existing and, like, a bunch of history that's been erased probably speaks to me like, the ancient weapons were used in the past and it was devastating, and the PR would be terrible if people knew about it.
The PR would be... it would, yeah. Yeah, but then I guess it would beg the question of why they're not using it here, and I guess either, like, there's stuff here that they don't want to destroy along with Vegapunk, or
I guess so. He does have the big brain
only
computer.
Use it. Yeah, they might want to secure that.
That's so fucking weird. The more I think about it, like, that's his actual brain.
That's his actual, yeah. The island, like, basically the island itself, or like a big chunk of it floating in the clouds, is just his actual brain that he took out of his head and he put in a big ball. And yep.
Like, if he runs away, can't they just turn his brain off and then he becomes dumb?
I think
can't they just destroy it? I guess they wouldn't be allowed to destroy it.
I think that if they could if they destroyed the brain, I assume it would kill him. And if they killed him, I assume that the brain would also die. But I mean, I don't know how they would use the brain without him. Like, surely he is the one who can use the brain. Or maybe he has some devices that interface with it.
He already has, like, the other Vegapunks who are, like, constructs that share his brain.
Yeah.
So I assume, and he was talking about, like, what if the entire world could be linked together and share knowledge?
Yeah.
So, like, he's probably working on the ability to disseminate information. That's probably, like, a thing he could work on. Like, I'm going to tell everyone about the Void Century, and then he's going to broadcast it across the whole world. Everyone's going to know. Everyone's going to know it all at once. I predict that happening.
Yeah. I think you're probably right. I think probably something like that is going to happen. And
everyone's going to be like, what the fuck? The world government sucks, and they're going to revolt all at once.
It's funny, because, like, everybody already knows the world government sucks. Like, they kind of don't need to know. They kind of don't need to be told about... It would be unrealistic if, like, because, in real life, the government declassifies, like, secret documents about, like, unbelievably fucked up shit the CIA did all the time, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, oh, really? Yeah, okay. That's fine.
It's like, how do you really fight that? They have the army. They have the power to stop you if you try and stop them. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a nice idea, though. Like, oh, everybody, let's
unite. It could still be.
Overthrow them.
Sharing the secret of the Void Century. I mean, even if it's not like, oh well, if they did that, then we've all got to revolt and fight them. Even if it's not like that, I mean, there could still be information involved in that is important for
I guess
something.
I guess the only thing that I could imagine is that the information being disseminated like that would mean that even the Marines would turn on the world government, and so it would be everybody in the world fighting against this guy at the top.
Yeah. If it
King
were
Im Sama or whatever.
if it were like, I mean, if they're doing, I mean, it seems like they're doing like the worst war crimes imaginable, like blowing up whole islands with the freaking Pluton or whatever. There's pretty much nothing worse you can do in this world than that.
Yeah. It would be the sort of thing that would like justify good characters being in the Marines.
There already are like some good characters in the Marines. Like we've got Kobe and stuff, and like Kobe must be part of a Marine network that's trying to like change the Marines from the inside. So
I feel like it's not necessarily the case. I think he's a Marine and he's trying to do the right thing, and there are lots of Marines like that. And I think even on some level, Akainu is like that. They're not like. Yeah, I feel like if the information about the Void Sentry was leaked, a lot of Marines that are like Akainu is the sort of character who like is very honorable, and does like he's very strict. But if he learns that, he'll be like, I can't in good conscience support this any bit longer, and it'll be like, oh, cool, like a bad guy turned good moment.
Isn't Akainu like a complete bastard though?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But, like, he's only a bastard in the way that he's like, you damn pirates,
I kind of think,
kill ya.
I don't know, my impression of Akainu is that he would justify, like, anything, like, in this, for the sake of, like, peacekeeping or whatever. He'd be totally fine with war crimes.
I don't know. Could be. He doesn't feel like final boss evil. I guess neither does Blackbeard in the same sense that, like, Blackbeard's just self-centered, he just wants power.
Yeah. Blackbeard.
I just I like the trope of I just really like the trope of the guy who you don't expect to be a friend will befriend you when is needed.
Maybe.
Like, oh, Luffy and Akainu, like, I killed your brother, but we gotta kill the world government instead.
But that's all. That's for later. For now, we gotta prevent war crimes. Luffy, he came here to kick ass and prevent war crimes, and I'm all out of ass to kick. So let's prevent some war crimes. I guess I don't know. Like
Fujitora definitely strikes me as a good Marine who is just doing his job and would revolt against the world government if it came to it. Akainu is a one you wouldn't expect, which is why I like the idea. But yeah, there's like Smoker, there's Kobe, Helmeppo, who else? There's a few other Marines, I think. There's that old lady who's always around.
They're to me, in my mind, Akainu sort of represents like pretty much the worst elements of the Marines. He is the one who will like dispense justice that is and that justice can be as brutal as it needs to be, and he doesn't care as long as it's like justice dispensed by the book.
I suppose. I guess I don't think I've heard that the Marines have become more evil under Akainu. Like, it's not like the Marines have started to become bad people more so than under Sengoku.
I mean, they're already bad.
I know that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, because Sengoku was kind of a good guy, but the Marines were still bad.
Still bad. It's like, I don't think there's anything has necessarily changed. Yeah. I don't feel like anything has necessarily changed, at least not like explicitly, with Aikune being in charge.
Oh my god, the societal issues, they were systemic. It's not just about replacing the one guy at the top. Oh my god, nah! Oh my god, you mean it's just about investing individuals with the power to fucking oppress people at will, and that's the problem? No! That would say something about society.
I love One Piece!
I do! It's true.
Yeah, you know,
Interesting.
it is unlikely that Akainu would like be a good guy right at the end.
I gotta
But
say, I
it's
don't
wishful
see it.
thinking because I just love the trope. I just love that trope because
That's
Vegeta,
fair.
he would have blown up the Earth. He really would have.
Yeah.
And then he
Still-
got beat up, and he's like, "Oh, I love that. Oh, I'll do it again."
Yeah, but I mean, Vegeta had motives. I understand. I mean, sure. Akainu could have motives that might affect his
When I was a little boy,
behavior.
there was a pirate, and he took a shit on my favorite toy, and I cried. And then from that day on, I said, "I'll kill that pirate."
And now I realize that the Marines shit on even more toys, and it's fucked up.
They
Yeah.
shit with their giant lasers.
I think that the One Piece is the friends they made along the way.
True.
True.
We are one piece
It's not true.
of the puzzle of life.
It's not true. The One Piece is
World peace.
The One
Lamau.
Piece is I mean, you know what the One Piece. I mean, have I said what I think the One Piece is?
I think so. I forgot though. What
That
did
it's
you
pretty-
say?
To me, the foreshadowing seems clear that the One Piece refers to the unification of the four seas, which will be achieved by destroying Marijois and shattering the Red Line and combining the four blues into the all blue.
Yes.
That's
I
the
think
One
that's-
Piece. It's the one world. The unified world is the
Yeah.
One Piece.
And like that comes with implications that whatever happened in the Void Century is like maybe involved the
Mm.
ancient weapons building the Red Line to split everything up and put Marijois right at the top.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
They earthbent the Red Line into existence using
like
an ancient weapon.
Like there was no Marijois and no Red Line, but yeah, maybe that could be true. I mean, the Red Line is a very
Makes them easier to control if they can like split them up. Yeah, it's like maybe a parallel, like sort of to like the Berlin Wall and things like that. Putting up walls.
I kind of never even really thought about it, but yeah, the Red Line is a very strange geographic feature. Maybe they might have created it artificially somehow. It's probably
so
true
yeah.
now that
I definitely agree with like
yeah. Okay.
the Red Line and Marijois being broken and then all blue and all that.
Mhm.
That's a good theory, and I think
I mean,
aspects of it will definitely come to pass.
the fact what's her name, the mermaid oracle or whatever, the one that like prophesied that
Luffy would destroy Fishman Island?
Fishman Island, and then because Fishman Island is directly below Marijois.
Yeah. Then they're going to be. I mean, it's going to be a lot of rocks falling on them. Maybe they'll have to run
It's
away.
gonna be pretty fucked. It's gonna be pretty fucked up. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good for those guys in particular.
Yeah, and then of course, Red Line gets broken. Laboon comes through, and he's like, "Haha, it's me, Laboon."
Yes.
And then Brooks finally meets him.
Oh wait, I forgot. The One Piece actually refers to Brook and Laboon reuniting and becoming one pair of best friends forever.
Yes, and that's why Roger laughed because he didn't know who Laboon was.
Yeah, of course. He said Laboon. Haha, what does that mean? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to die of cancer now. Goodbye.
Exactly how it went.
That's Roger laughed when he saw One Piece, right? Or when he saw what was on Raftel?
He went to Raftel, and it was like either a poneglyph or a treasure, or I don't think it was the One Piece, or maybe it was. It must have been something.
Well, no, because
left by Joy Boy.
Wait a minute. Okay. Well, the One Piece is the name for Roger's treasure, right? Like Roger left something, and that's One Piece. So he didn't like find One Piece. One Piece didn't really like exist before Roger. Unless, I mean, I guess he could have found something.
Yeah. No, yeah, he went to Raftel. He searched. Yeah, that was the thing. Roger searched the entire Grand Line, and he figured out the Void Sentry by reading the poneglyphs.
And that made him. It was probably reading
And
the final poneglyph and learning the secret of the Void Sentry is probably what made him laugh.
Yeah, and Joy Boy, like, I think there was a thing on Raftel that Joy Boy left. Like, either a story or, like, a poneglyph special one.
Oh, Joy
Something
Boy,
that they've,
right.
So the previous... presumably the previous user of Luffy's Devil Fruit. And so he laughed when he found either the knowledge or the item that contained the knowledge. And then he's just like, haha,
I've got freaking chills. I can't adequately express how much I get out of One Piece's like thematic use of like smiling and laughter and joy. It's like so good.
They have such big smiles. They have such big teeth.
Mm. They sure do. That's how I know this Marine was a fishman, because he had spiky Arlong teeth.
And funny beady eyes.
That's how you know. That's the tell. Sometimes. Unless they're like a different kind of fish. It doesn't have that. And then it's not the tell. Well, do we have anything else to say about One Piece? Oh, sorry.
It says there's a break next week, so next week we will not have a new chapter to talk about.
No! The podcast will only be 2 hours long, and everyone will complain.
That's okay.
That is okay. You're right. Actually, it's perfectly fine. You want to go to voicemails?
Yes.
All right. End of One Piece discussion.
End of One Piece discussion. You can now continue listening.
Rick!
That was Morty saying that?
Yeah. Okay, next, the first voicemail. The first voicemail is called You Know. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah, the last one was this first season finale of my saga. I'm just being cool. If I'm being too annoying, too schizophrenic, I can settle for a little. Just being cool, just being cool.
Just being cool. Just being Oblivion Fall secretly all along.
I have a foreskin, so just being cool.
Very cool.
That is very cool.
Very cool.
I'm proud of you,
dog. I'm jealous. Next one is called. Oh,
it's Vokaru.
Yeah, it's a Vokaru link. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. I do not hate Mage, okay? I do not hate Mage. Do you think I'd want to kill her just to spite her as a reviewer? No, that's a terrible thing to do. I mean, come on.
Okay.
That was the voice of Misanthro Pony.
It was a voice. I think that was clips of Misanthro Pony spliced together. I'm glad he does not want to kill Mage to spite her as a reviewer. Man, what a time. What a time in life.
Lol.
Lol. Okay, next one is a GIF.
It's a GIF. Oh, it's
GIF.
Oh, this looks great. This is a little homestucky.
Oh.
We got Misanthro Pony there in the front, and then
I see the animated version.
G-Cat, I guess, and butterflies, and then in her house is Mage. I really like how Mage looks in this little drawing.
Oh, Mage is poking out the little window there. I see.
Yeah,
poking out the little window there. That's cute. And Misanthro Pony held outside of the premises by the Iron Gate, as he should be. He should not be allowed within 500 feet. All right, good. Aww, cute. I see the image you posted here. Next one is called A Dangerous Mind from cockatsleeve.ben. 3, 2, 1, go.
Could be here all day. And if I send someone into a spiral through my conversation with them where they're now thinking all day, sometimes I feel guilty about that. Like, I really try not to get so real with people about what I read in their communication that it's gonna like fuck with their ability to be themselves, you know? Because most people are like don't know where to go with that. Like you can't just like experience an ego death and then just like go back to work the next day and like well, okay, you will, but it'll just wear off, basically, is what I'm saying. It's like you can't just be...
What the fuck?
I don't get it. I think it's a little too out of context.
I mean, I think it sounds like she is saying... I think it's a little bit like, oh, if people knew what I was really thinking, it's like, I don't tell people... It's like, okay, I get it. It's like, I'm so smart and so perceptive that if I told people what I can immediately tell and intuit about them from the things they say to me, it would literally destroy them. It would break their mind. It would shatter their psyche and give them an ego death. But I don't do that. I spare them from that because it would be cruel to impart that forbidden knowledge to them. They're better off not knowing.
Could it not be that you say something about someone that's untrue and also offensive, and then they get mad? Could that also be the case?
The thing about it is that it is never the case that like a snap judgment I come to when I hear you say something or I see something that you say. It's never me just assuming. It's a profound insight that I've had into you every single time. And that's just what you got to keep in mind. We live in a society. Okay, pretty funny. Honestly, pretty funny quote. Next one is called The Legend. 3, 2, 1, go.
Have you heard the legend of Archimedes?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've heard
Archimedes nuts.
No. Isn't Archimedes one of the Vegapunks?
I was thinking of Achilles. Yeah, I guess I haven't seen Archimedes nuts.
Archimedes is the guy who jumped out of the bath and said, "Eureka, Eureka."
Yeah, that guy.
And he invented the screw.
He jumped out of the bath and he said, "Eureka. Eureka,
Eureka. He said, "These nuts, they reka. I gotta take a bath to make them smell better." He invented the
That's why he was in a bath, yes.
He invented the screw. It's not
like
true.
He screwed everyone?
Yeah, he invented sex.
Wow.
I love him. Do you know about the Archimedes screw?
Cool.
Do you know how that works?
Huh? Oh, the Archimedes screw.
It's a little device that you can transport liquids up a vertical.
Oh, yeah, I know about those.
Yeah.
They used them in fucking aqueducts.
He probably invented other things as well.
In fucking Roman something or others.
You know, maybe
not Roman things.
He might not have even invented it. It might just be named after him, now that I think about it. I don't know. Yeah, displacement. Yes, I know about Archimedes. Yes, I read One Piece. Isn't he one of the robots?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
One of them's Edison. I kind of thought one was named Archimedes. Oh, well. Wait, maybe I'm thinking... Is that the name of, like, Night Owl's ship in Watchmen? Or something?
I don't know.
Wait. Yes, it is. Night Owl's little flying Batmobile is called Archimedes. Okay.
Wow.
Very good. Excellent. Where was I? Next voicemail. Did I download that one? No. Okay, whatever. Next one is an image. Let's look at it, shall we?
Looking at it.
No, you're not.
I am.
Okay. Oh, this meme. I haven't seen this meme in a while. What's all this racket going on up here, son? Do you remember that? I never see this one anymore. I never see this comic anymore.
I feel like I've seen it like a handful of times.
You used to
But
see it all
yeah.
the time. What's going on up here? This racket going on up here, son? You watching your internet talk show again? It's called PCP, Dad. It's not about drugs, and it's not Digi's anime podcast. It's some of the best voicemails with deep, intricate lore that normally like you wouldn't understand. Watch for a second. So the other day I took a bus to Oldies, and there was a homeless guy on the bus, and he smelled really bad. Also there was this girl, and I talked to the girl, and I had to get off the bus the next stop. We sort of just talked to each other until the last stop, so then I had to find my way back. So that's nice, dear.
That's nice, dear.
Son, how can you watch this? There's no names. This rules. His dad is the Joker. The original is like the dad is like.
Oh wait, the original has the dad. I know the dad from a lot of stuff.
I mean, yeah,
I guess
that face.
They stopped using the comic.
Yeah. The original is like, you watching them girl cartoons again, son? It's like, it's called Anime, Dad. And then their third panel is like some stupid anime shit, and the dad just. As one
Son,
does.
how can you watch this? There's no
Nate. What the fuck? Who's gonna teach you to be straight and white?
What am I doing in this panel? Am I like ironing?
I think you're ironing. A shirt or something. That's
Classic.
nice, dear. I just sit there with a vacant expression on my face. My like little glasses eyes looking in two different directions. Feels good. No thoughts, head empty. Next one is another image.
It's another image.
Let's look at it. Let's freaking look. Chris? Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Now you're banging her, Ben?
No. It would be
That's where it would go.
It would be she's
No,
who's banging like, who in the hang on.
No, it's like Jeff or whatever. Where are your pants? Oh, I took them off because I was banging your mom for a minute there. And now you're banging her. He. Like, that's the comic. So in this situation, you would be banging her at this very moment.
Hang on. I have to confirm.
God, you can't remember this one? This is the best one.
I just can't remember the exact machinations of it. I took I took them off because I was banging your mom for a minute there, and now you were banging her. Okay. Well, I think you should switch them. I think Christine should be on the left and I should be on the right, because the punchline should be that it ends with Chris banging her own mom, right? And that's not the situation. That's not the situation you've constructed here.
Well, it's past tense. It happened.
No,
that's
no,
right.
No. Chris's mom is not even involved in this situation. This is a misplay.
So, that's true. This is Ben's mom.
Yeah, and that's just disrespectful. Thanks for the voicemail.
So in the other one, if it was switched, you would be banging.
I would be
Chris's mom.
Well, no, I think
you would have.
I think I should be saying, yeah, dude, I was banging your mom for a minute there, and now you are banging her. I think that's how it should go. Lamau.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the original comic again.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Wait, I gotta post it. I gotta fucking post it.
I always read it as he.
I'd say he. I guess. Yeah,
I only think of a hair when it's got an H at the
second
end.
H. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, I would say if I were saying he, I would spell it with two E's.
Well, that's why Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff is so cool. It bucks the trends of normal typing.
It makes you think. It makes you question everything. Okay. The next one is called 3, 2, 1, go.
What do you think when you're not thinking anything, what does your mind gravitate to? I always go to monkey, and also
So when your head's empty, where does your mind go? That's hard to know.
I think about like stuff being gay, like this, like gay, like that's gay. I don't know. Sometimes I just default to thinking about like calling things gay in my head. Oops, homophobic.
I don't know how to answer this question. Like when my mind's not occupied with any particular thought.
I also think about like, oh fuck, I'm gonna kill myself, but in like a funny way, in like a funny and cool way, not in like a weird way though. That's a good default thought that I have a lot. Just like, lol, kill myself. You know.
Because there's like, like words I would use if I was just making up some song, like a rap, to nothing in particular. And I default to some specific words like chicken and motherfucker because I like the rhythm they have.
Yeah, sure.
But that's not the same as like what thoughts enter my head when I'm not really thinking about anything. Don't know how to answer. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah. Gay, kill myself. That's pretty much it.
I guess YouTube poop quotes. They enter my head pretty frequently. Like lamp oil rope bombs. It's you want it, it's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. Like good. That's a pretty fun one.
That is a pretty fun one. Mine's not that fun. Mine's not that funny. All right, next one. Did I download that one? Yes. Next one is called Appreciating Ben Saint. Vomit. 3, 2, 1, go.
I've finally been watching Ben's Winnie the Pooh retrospectives, and they're good. I like the videos.
One of these days.
But I've noticed that, like, either it's because Ben has become funnier over the years, or it's because of, like, the effects of either more speaking ad-lib style versus speaking on a more, like, maybe scripted basis in, like, more video essay-ish style in those Winnie the Pooh videos. But I feel like these days, in like the more modern lecture content, I find Ben a lot funnier these days. Even in some like podcast moment, just like random offhand comments make me laugh way more than like anything that's like a scripted joke in the video essay thingies. And I just thought that was interesting. Just, you know, none of those scripted jokes can live up to King, you nerd, from the fucking Mega Man video. I don't know. Makes me chuckle. Anyway, yeah. Keep it
funny.
up, man.
That's funny because I did have a couple of like scripted jokes that I sort of like wrote ahead of time in the lecture. I did kind of have notes for the Winnie the Pooh. The Winnie the Pooh is off the cuff, but I do have like notes that I'm like pretty closely following in like the things that I talk about. I didn't really write many like jokes for it though. I wasn't really trying to be funny.
Yeah, I felt like, I mean, it's not like you weren't funny around that time. I feel like the Winnie the Pooh videos were like more deliberately serious in tone, and that's why they don't like they have a different sort of feeling than other videos you'd made. I think, and other appearances on podcasts and stuff.
Well, I think I did occasionally think of like a funny thing to say or a joke to put in there. I don't think I did much of that. I think I wasn't really prioritizing comedy. I wasn't really trying to be funny that much. And I was mostly, focused on like writing my thoughts down and then discussing my like, you know, just my earnest thoughts about like each episode of the show. So maybe it was just like priorities is the reason why. I don't think I'm funny ever.
You make me laugh all the time.
Yeah, I make myself laugh too, but that just means that I'm not funny because you shouldn't laugh at your own jokes. That's like not good. God, I did it again.
I was trying to do like a mean thing. I was trying to do mean-spirited, like, oh, you make me laugh. As in, like, I laugh at you because you are amusing as a human specimen.
Oh, yes.
But I don't know how to, like...
Very good.
I don't know how to do that. that set that up so that it makes sense.
No, you did great. No,
it was... I had to explain the joke. I ruined it.
No, it's good. You got me.
No. When will Ben Saint know that I hate him?
Oh, how I hate him. That Charlie Brown. What was it like? That Charlie Brown. What a guy. What a guy. What a fella, that Charlie Brown. And then as soon as he's off the screen, how I hate him.
Yes.
I guess I don't really have anything else to say. I should finish that one Winnie the Pooh thing. There's just not enough time in the week. I can't believe it's another week already. Another week got away from me. As they do. All right, enough. Next one is an image. There it is.
It's, I believe it is you and Munchie.
Yes, but why are we individually? Why are we saying these things?
Oh, is it like split, like not split personality, like swapped? You would usually be the other way around. I feel like neither of you say either of these things.
No, me either. I feel like there's a joke here, but like I'm not getting it. Like
The
why?
joke is you got a long neck.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, I don't know. I like that. I like my face. I look like Simpsons. I look like a Simpsons.
You do. I like Munchie's curl highlights.
Textured, feathered. I don't know what else to say about this one. If there's a joke, I don't get it. Sorry. Next one is an album.
New PCP logo.
Oh, I get it. Is this a Rebel Pixels joke, or is it just...
I think it's just our colors. Even though mine is not really...
That's too blue. That's more of a Devu color. That's more of Devu blue than Gib turquoise.
I do like that blue, though.
Look, nothing against that blue.
I'm all about those aquamarine blues and greens.
Nothing against that particular blue. Just bluer than what I was imagining. Also,
blue in the face.
I mean, the two do look good together. That blue and that black. They look good.
Yeah.
They look pretty good. It's funny. The other 7 just empty, just gone. Desolate. No. I think... Did we already talk? Maybe on the stream, I think we talked about... I think I floated the idea of, like, the logo for the Perfect Comic Party. I kind of think we should make a new channel logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we will debut that at some point, perhaps.
I'll maybe work... I'll maybe work on drawing up a more proper version of the logo.
Sick.
The title today.
Oh, it's exciting. It gives me a hopeful feeling about the future. For the first time ever. Next one is Rod Serling, Slime and Editing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Imagine, if you will, you are Ben Saint. Horrifying, I know, but keep imagining. You've been working day and night on your book, Slime and Punishment. It's a masterpiece of ironic internet violence, purposeful cringe, and vague connections to lolcow incest.
True.
Now, finally, the day has come. The books are edited, printed, and out the door. Then the reviews roll in. And opening up Twitter, you are horrified to find... Too thin. This book is too thin, they say. Why aren't there more pages with less information? Is Ben Saint girth-shaming or something? You're cancelled, IRL, and wither into a cyber elf. and you realize what you should have realized all along. There's always, always something wrong.
True.
It's true.
That is a nightmare. And I think we should normalize cyberizing people into cyber elves as a punishment, or as like the worst possible fate.
Canceling somebody and so they turn into a cyber elf. They shrink and contort.
No more body, no more physical incarnation in the physical world. To cyberspace with you.
Cyber elves can appear in reality, but only briefly. Is that how they work?
They can appear in reality, but they can't do anything unless most of the time they can't do anything without like pretty much expending all their energy and basically killing themselves.
So they're like a cool, flashy-looking ghost.
Yes, exactly. A cool, flashy-looking ghost that usually has like a one-time like thing they can choose to die to accomplish if they feel like it. But some of them can
making
do
a
more
cup hover.
Yeah, and then they're just that's the last thing they ever do. Yeah. Other than they're like a cool looking ghost that only robots can see. Next one. Oh, wait, do I have anything else to say about that? The book is probably going to be. It's looking like the index is probably going to be like 50 to 60 pages. So looking like the total page count is going to be like 260 pages. That's pretty thick. That's pretty good. That's pretty girthy, I would say. About 60 of that. So about a fifth of that will be index, which is fine. You know, whatever. Next one is He Had to Confirm. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, Ben Saint is just like Ben's just getting a voicemail of someone shitting their fucking bowels out on the toilet, diarrhea farting into the toilet, and he's just like, "Oh no! I listen. Don't play it on the episode, but I have to listen to the whole thing to confirm that
gross.
It's just shitting.
It was gross.
Just a second more. Like I have to confirm that it's just shitting.
It's
can you imagine if I could like smell this too? Like that would be so like fucking gross, right? Like imagine if fucking like put your hand into the bowl and like scoop some of it out. Like, oh guys, that would be so fucking gross. Guys, that would be so crazy. Unless
look, I was like already halfway through it. So
then you can leave halfway through.
So I was like, well, I've listened to this much of it. I might as well listen to the rest.
Ah, God. You gotta learn to jump ship. You gotta learn to run away.
just like with the Slime and Punishment book. At some point, you gotta cut and run. You gotta call it done. You gotta say, I've heard enough of this shit. Literally.
Literal.
And it's time to end it. Next one is called Slime Times Weekend Update, number 10, part 1. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, rowdies, rowdettes, killers, and the rest. Gib asked, and here we are again.
There are no female
Slime
killers.
Times Weekend Update.
Killsers
a few weeks
is the
ago, a
gender
relic was
neutral.
found
Okay,
by
sorry.
none other than Stay Dead Old Head, Levy Jevy. He promised to give it once 15 people had made art for him, and the gangs took to MS Paint. Beautiful art was made, and the relic was finally awarded to a killer known as Stinbug. Also, Endless War seems to have been getting a mighty migraine from all the new cops roaming around the streets, because people have been encountering numerous anomalies upon dying. From staying dead in featureless voids with no sewer to speak of, and no data, or your data being completely swiped from existence, oh my Satan, the pain won't ever end. Tech developers are hard at work in Endless War's bowels to see if they can fix things. For interview, they had this to say, oh, maybe this wire, and then, oh God, oh no, dear Christ. We wish them the best of luck. On to the next part.
Levy Jevy was around? That's crazy. That guy disappeared into the freaking depths. That's wild. Wow.
Wow.
And then, get up all in those bowels. Anyway, next part is part 2. 3, 2, 1, go.
Part 2. Finally, right after the graffiti contest was judged, suddenly a fellow by the name of Morty came out in front of the crowd and assassinated the mayor. Bang! Execution style.
Oh, yes.
The mayoral
I was
role
there
is
for
up
this.
grabs, and friends have already begun to backstab and slander each other over it. There's no telling what will happen yet, but if the last mayoral election was anything to go by, we should expect nothing but good things. I've heard it on good authority that Captain Metalhead is running on the Mayor Lord of Ghost 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh.
I like
All
the
right.
sign of that. Honestly.
Maybe the second time will
Well,
be
that's
the
it
charm.
for this one. And remember, the slime time is the best time. Oh, yes. And we, at the redaction of the Slime Times Weekend Update, were very excited to hear about the new zine or comic strip Shonen Jump-esque thing coming out.
Right.
And the suggestion that perhaps there should be a Slime Time section mentioned. We would be more than happy to contribute if that was ever wanted. Anyways, goodbye. Excited for that either way. Ta-ta.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
If you provide the article, I will definitely print it in the issues when we start making them.
That's like, I mean, there used to be, you know, those guys used to make the actual Slime Times newspaper. They used to make they used to make a digital publication.
I loved that.
I loved it too. We could bring that back a little bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be so cool because it's not just gonna be like, oh, on the cover, what do we put? We put the comics that are in here. So my character, your character, that's it. No, we can put a slime thing on there now. If we have like an article, we can have a little thing like, oh, secret like news about this thing. We could make the front cover really busy. I love busy covers.
It would be, that's fun. It's fun. I like the idea. I like the idea of having like a lot of like people just kind of that have stuff to contribute. But I mean, I would want to be picky about it.
Of course.
Wouldn't just
I mean, the Slime Times weekend update is great. So if they just like turn that into like text, it's going to be fine. It's going to be good.
I know we let you guys get away with anything in these voicemails, and we have no quality control. That doesn't mean, yeah. Make it if you. I'd like to see.
Yeah,
to see that. I'd like to see a little endless war news. Honestly, pretty funny idea to just throw it in there. Why not?
Yeah, have a link to the Discord.
Definitely want to link that Discord. Okay. Next one is it's
an
another
Immature and
another album.
a voicemail.
Oh, there's a voicemail too. Okay. Well, let's freaking look. Oh, it's the Levy Jevy Art Gevy. Okay.
Oh my god. All right, let's listen first.
Yeah, okay. 3 2 1 go.
Oh, and by the way, here is a compilation of all the beautiful MS Paint drawings created for Levy Jevy's art-giving extravaganza, for which eventually, to Thinbug, once again, a relic was awarded. Even though Prince valiantly did try to pry another relic off of his head, did not work. It's in one of the art pieces, you'll see. All right. Goodbye, ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Okay, I'm scrolling through them.
He had a relic with him. When you want the kind art, he said, I will relinquish to the living or the dead, but only once your numbers are 15 together. 15 pieces of art, I say.
Wait, where does it say this? Oh, this
At the
first
top.
one. Aw, this is cool. What is it? What does it do? We pleaded, but he would not tell us. Is it a weapon? A key? Will it save Endless War from his madness? This is so cool!
Flat cap? Cigar stump? What am I looking at? This is a shooting for typical mafia gooner kind of look. A you got it bus kind of guy with a bully demeanor towards his lessers who wouldn't bat an eye to pushing around juvies or unprepared opposing gangsters.
Oh my god, Smear drew something! Smear! Scrolling. Scrolling.
endless war penis. Yeah, put all these on screen.
Can we show all these? It's a lot. Some of these I had seen around. This is shooting for.
Oh, there are quite a lot.
I think there's 50. Yeah, there's 15. Okay, well, we can't dwell on them, but these are. I like
Marinpan.
I like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I see the Marinpan one. Marinpan won. Marinpan was one of the 2 winners of the graffiti contest the other day, which I finally judged after like 3 months, which was interrupted by the assassination of the mayor and the announcement of the new contest, which is the mayoral election contest. The mayoral campaign contest, Mark II.
I thought Smearic was called S'more now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's true.
Maybe not in Endless War.
I'm not sure. Hadn't heard.
Looks so cool, though.
This art is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really good at art. I really like their stuff a lot. Okay, I could look at these for a while, but I won't. Next one is called, well, it's an image. I'm starving all of a sudden. I'm so hungry. Oatmeal. I haven't had oatmeal since last night. Okay. Small minds discuss politics. Average minds discuss Pokemon. Great minds discuss circumcision. I hate you, Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm glad you're in hell. Because you said that. Next one is called Radical Action to Unseat the Hold of Trixie Hate Mind. 3, 2, 1, go.
Was that your your rap rebuttal?
No.
Oh, no. Put a beat on that.
That was just Buddhism.
Nah, there was a beat there.
Oh.
There were some bars in that.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Damn, it's time to toke that fucking blunt. It's time to fucking smoke up and escape this world. Escape this cycle of yearning and dissatisfaction. I gotta escape the Dharma and achieve nirvana. It's time to free myself from the shackles of this mortal coil. But first, I'll have another scoop of ice cream.
Nice farting.
Wait, what be farting?
This guy be farting. I forgot what that was in reference to, but yeah.
This guy be farting.
This guy be farting. That was great.
That was, my rap, in hindsight, it wasn't particularly rhymey or rhythmical, but you know what? The beat really propped it up pretty effectively, so thanks. Good one. Okay, next one is a Twitter link. You can now wishlist Ina Dream Barbecue on Steam.
I saw this. It's Ina.
Is that blue and yellow thing?
The blue and yellow girl in the weirdo world.
Yeah,
they've
I've
made a few
seen
video
or two of that, I guess.
Now they're making a video game with quite impressive animated cutscenes, it looks like.
Okay, I'm trying to watch the video. It's lagging a little bit for me. Oh, the trailer contains flashing lights. Ooh.
Yeah, right? It looks really good.
Wow. I mean, what is Ina about this?
Well, Ina's in it.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen her yet. Or I guess she's that girl.
She's that girl. Something about her ends up making her into a double-faced thing.
Right. I mean, I don't really understand what Ina is, but I don't really think you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's just sort of... The videos always had like a dreamlike quality to them. Not really supposed to understand what's happening. It's just sort of like, whoa, nice.
Planned release date 2023.
I'll play it. Looks like a little, walk around, pick up things. Maybe it was puzzles.
My initial impression, the cutscenes seem very different from the very small moments of gameplay shown there, but I don't know. Might work. Might be.
I liked the way. I mean, the 3D looks pretty low poly and low res, but I did like it being paired with like the quite high quality 2D animation of the characters in the world.
The animation stands out to me a lot more than the game, which is okay.
That's like how the videos are as well. They're like in a weird like Windows 98, 95 like something or other world.
They kind of look like, they're like in like a low poly sort of 3D, and aren't they sort of like a visual novel? Like the character is kind of facing you and like talking at you.
Yeah.
Got
a bit of that Philips CDI as well. The fucking Hotel Mario, the Legend of Zelda stuff.
The 2D animation is so good looking; it almost looks like a completely different thing. But all right, I'll watch it. I'll keep an eye on it. Did you have you seen that girl? I think she's on TikTok, but she's also on Twitter.
Oh, yes,
you know what I'm talking
about. I have seen her. The like stop motion, really weird, warped, like fucked with audio voice, creepy staring sort of thing.
Yes, but the one that's like clicking on stuff like an adventure game.
Yeah, an adventure game.
Yeah.
And then she usually kills you.
She usually kills you or something.
Or like she keeps you as a pet.
Yeah, something.
Can you help me find my dog?
Help me find my dog. Come, you must be the babysitter. Come in, please. Yeah.
It's like that's great.
I watched a bunch of those and I thought they were really good. I think she mostly does like OnlyFans. She's like an OnlyFans girl, and her OnlyFans is completely unironic. Like it has nothing to do with any of that stuff. It's just but like that like horror glitchy like game aesthetic stuff was like, I think it was really making the rounds on social media like a couple weeks ago. I saw it and I looked into it and I was like, this stuff is neat. This stuff is like, I don't know, some people call it horror. I wouldn't call it horror. It's sort of, I mean, it has a creepy vibe.
It evokes a lot of horror themed things. It wasn't scary, but it was like, this is really creative.
It wasn't scary.
I like that it was on TikTok.
It was a bit creepy. It was kind of funny. Like the one where you're the babysitter and you're babysitting the fly baby, and then it ends with like, Daddy's going to be mad, and she opens the door and like the giant fly is outside. Like that made me laugh. Like that's just, I'm not sure if it was going for comedy, but it was funny. To me.
Yeah.
That stuff, I don't know. Okay. That's what Ina made me think of. I don't even remember that girl's name. But whatever. I'm not even gonna look it up. If you're interested, Google some of the terms we just said, and you'll probably find it. I don't know.
Spooky girl TikTok
adventure game. You can
get it with just that.
CDI. Yeah. Google girl OnlyFans.
Girl OnlyFans. Look through all of them till you find one that says they have a TikTok where they do spooky shit.
You'll find it. Where? Wait a second.
Point and click girl.
What?
I'm trying to find it.
The one I saw was like rare items. She was offering you rare items.
Yes. God
creepy horror game aesthetic TikTok rare items. Shit, well, I have no idea how to find this thing, actually.
Shit, yeah. There's so many things that come up when you just do creepy girl TikTok point-and-click adventure game. Well, people know what it is. Maybe it's definitely in my likes somewhere.
I think probably some people listening will not know what it is.
How far back is it in my likes?
Oh, it's got to be like way far back in my likes. Okay, yeah, maybe if I search on Twitter, like, okay, someone called Silk Cerulean asks, someone help me, I need to show my friend that one girl on TikTok who does the stop-motion point-and-click horror scenes, but I don't know her at. 2 replies.
Found it.
Molly Moon.
Oh, well, I found a person who reposted it. What's it say?
Oh, well, her name is Molly Moon.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Molly
the
Moon
rare
2.
items.
I think I need new glasses. Oh, maybe I've just been looking at the screen for too long, getting blurry vision.
Okay, well, we found it. Anyway, let's continue.
Yes, play dark and darker.
Play dark and darker. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dark and Darker will be releasing for its 4th playtest on February the 6th. You shouldn't miss out on playing one of the greatest games ever made. This is
I've
not
never
an
heard of Dark and
advertisement.
Darker.
I am just expressing my honest appreciation for the amazing game known as Dark and Darker. But seriously, Ben Saint and Give and Take and Jesse and Munchie and Nate
True.
and Digi and Tom. I wouldn't want you to miss out on this amazing game. The playtest is only going to last for like 10 days, and you don't have to pay for it. It's free, and it's on Steam. It's called Dark and Darker, and it's like...
Is this a joke? I don't get it.
It's kind of like a roguelike, but it's multiplayer battle royale roguelike, and it has PvE, and it has PvP.
Battle Royale, no, it's the worst thing ever.
Build your character up. You've got abilities, like 2 of them. Like there's not that many abilities. It's not like League of Legends, and you've got, you get your sword and you whack skeletons, and the games are like 10 minutes long each, and I just so addicted to it. Best game ever. Bye.
I can't tell if that was sincere.
I
Does
mean,
he actually like this game?
I'm looking at the Steam page and it looks like it could be good, but I hate not roguelikes. I hate battle royales, so I don't think I'll play that. But yeah, it's a fantasy first person something or other.
Do you fight the other players? Is that how it's a battle royale?
An unforgiving hardcore fantasy FPS dungeon player versus environment adventure. Band together with your friends and use your courage, wits, and cunning to uncover mythical treasures. Okay, so it's sort of like it sounds like it's like a Diablo thing almost. You're with your buddies in a dungeon. You're killing stuff.
I think it sounds potentially pretty fun.
I don't know where the battle royale comes from.
Well, I see people like fighting each other in like a big group in like the trailer video. So it seems like you are supposed to kill. Maybe you're in a little party and you got to fight against other parties.
Oh no, I see a Fortnite like death cloud. So they've got to get to the middle of the dungeon, get the loot, and then get out.
I don't know about the Fortnite death cloud.
The Fortnite death cloud, the idea is that at the beginning of the map, everywhere is available, but slowly the death cloud, a big circle around the map, will get smaller and smaller, forcing the players to interact to get closer to the middle. So that, like, if the players can't kill each other, the circle will kill everyone.
Okay, a good, gotcha. Okay, I mean, I don't know, it looks kind of fun. I don't know if I'll actually play it, but could be fun. Might be good.
Wait, it says alpha playtest has ended. This guy was too late.
He said,
we read this thing.
Oh, was it? Well, it might have become We'll see.
Stream
He left
next
this. He left
February
this only
6th.
20 hours ago. I think he said that like another test might be coming up.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. February 6th to 13th. So I guess come back then.
Could be fun. Next one is called Gibbs Weekly Reminder to Reach the Big Twist in Inscription.
No,
Yes. And
I'm playing Disco Elysium.
And I didn't even get any weekly reminders this week. Dab.
That means you've forgotten all about
My weekly
Deltarune Chapter 2.
That's right. What even is that? Nobody knows.
You know, it's so, like, it's funny, because, like, I only just realized a few days ago that this means that you have no idea who Spamton is. You haven't seen Spamton.
I am aware of him, but I don't know him.
There's like
intimately.
There was so much like hype around all of the stuff in the second chapter. So much content made. And it's like, wow, you don't even know that. You know Jevil. You know
I mean I don't know Jevil because I never fought Jevil.
Oh.
So I don't even know that.
Lol.
Yeah.
Look at this Deltarune noob over here.
That's a me. And you know what?
You played long enough to see Sans, and that was it.
You know what? Maybe I like being a Deltarune noob. Maybe I'm going to internalize it and make it a part of my personality going forward. Maybe I'll be that guy who doesn't know about Deltarune. Maybe that's my character from now on.
Oh no. Terrible.
Oh yeah. You're gonna like it. Well, that's the last voice. That's the last voicemail.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the show. Come back to if you didn't see the stream last time, we're gonna do more of those.
Become a patron if you want 1 million billion. Oh yeah, we're gonna stream more. Maybe not this week. Probably, maybe next week.
Next week.
Know. Okay, yeah. I think every other week is like pretty fair. Become a patron if you want, like 50 or so bonus episodes, behind the scenes commentary, things like that. Also, to be included on the thank you page of the upcoming Perfect Comic Party, digitally distributed anthology. Yeah. And
I guess we just call it a party because it's a perfect comic party.
We can't just call it a party. It doesn't explain what it is.
Next week's party.
Next week's party. I mean, sure. If you
could say, "Oh, it's Weekly Jump,"
then
people will say, "Oh, it's the weekly party."
Exactly.
It's the weekly comic party.
And we should have like an in group of like our regular viewers, and we should like refer to them as like. We should come up with like a nickname for them, like, you know, to increase like their parasocial engagement with us. Like we should start every one with like, "Hey partygoers, welcome to the new Perfect Comic Party." And hey, what about this? What if we had food at the party, and we themed the party, the podcast around that? So what if we called it like the Pizza Party Podcast? What if we did it? What if we just did that?
I guess we could.
What would happen? What would happen?
What was the Pizza Party Podcast disbanded? Dissolved? What happened to it?
It is not dissolved. It was basically co-opted by Daft Pina and the previous hosts. Daft Pina moved in and basically took over co-hosting with Rebel Taxi, and they kicked the old co-hosts out. That seems to be what happened.
Okay, so it's just different. So we can't steal a name. Not that we could if they had stopped.
We can.
We can?
Yeah. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Stop us?
I think they're going to send their millions of pizza eaters.
That's called free engagement.
They're going to send their pizza eaters over to us, but we're going to have like our monks.
It'll be pizza eaters versus party people.
We're going to have our preachers who are going to tell the good word of the Pizza Party podcast, and they're going to be converted and turned into loyal subscribers.
Pizza panners versus party people. And
party people.
And whoever loses, we win. I think that's the strategy going forward. I think the strategy for engagement is just violate the copyright of everyone and anyone. Of people with bigger audiences than us. And then they'll get mad, and then they'll talk about how mad they are at us, and then their fans will come and listen to our show.
And they'll become instant fans.
I think maybe I'm gonna start going by Daft Pina from now on. I think maybe that's my new name.
Does that make me Rebel Taxi?
Yeah, that's what it means.
No. No.
All right, welcome. We'll come back to the next episode of the Pizza Party podcast. Thanks for listening. Same pizza time, same pizza channel next week, every week.
Patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators.
Yeah, not the Pizza Party, not their Patreon. Still our Patreon. New name, same old Patreon. Same old need for cash.
We're gonna reinvent the PCP at the end of every episode now.
Yeah. What? It's called iterating. It's called iterating. You gotta fail faster. You gotta learn to fail faster. We're gonna try something new every week. Every week it's gonna fail, and we're gonna learn a lesson, and it's gonna make us stronger.
We're gonna learn a lesson about friendship,
and we'll write a little letter to Celestia about it. Every week the podcast opens with a new bit wherein we write Dear Princess Celestia, here's why today's exercise in rebranding the PCP has failed, and what I learned from the experience, and how I'll do better going forward. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay.
We'll change next week to the My Little Podcast.
We'll be called Talking Pirates. We'll be called Talking Pirates after that.
My Little Podcast funding is mandatory.
After that, we'll be Brad Garlinghouse, and then we'll be the Dick Show,
and then the Ralph Retort,
and then we'll be the Ralph Retort. That's right.
We just keep getting lower and lower.
Yeah. We can find worse and worse podcasts to become. All right, I think this is an actionable business model going forward.
Great, good.
All right,
all
right. Break. We got a plan. All right. Cool. You wanna wrap up?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Look out for the Perfect Comic Party.
Soon.
I don't want it to take a long time to make the first thing, but
it
will require me to work hard this coming week on Clarissa. So I'm gonna do that.
I'll have to get back into Beastcapades. I'll have to remember what the heck was even going on when last I left Beastcapades, and do it again. So that'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
But that's the end of the episode. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.